Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Walla and today we're going to be doing a different stream. We're going to be doing an IRL stream to talk about my holiday to the US, which I've just not long come back from. How are you all doing? I've missed you all so much. It has been a long time. So we've got Major Undead, hello. Cadenzra, Ramsey, CEO, Kevin Kuo, Taika, Nubis, hello. Ramses, did I say Ramses? Zila? I have such a tiny chat, I'm going to make it bigger. I need to make it bigger. Hang on. Hang on. Where's the pop out button? It's not giving me a pop out option. No. Let's go to the page. Let's also unmute Discord and say hello to Cadenzra. Hello, Cadenzra.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm okay. I just have to mute the stream because this is going to be really weird. I'm going to be hearing you and myself.
Yes. And you don't want to hear me twice. One's enough.
Alright, that's better. I can see chat, I can see you, I just won't be hearing double.
Ramsey's still having issues. Oh dear. So how long has it been since I last streamed? Let's look that up. Let's look that up. I'm curious. Oh, I just closed the chat box I wanted to leave open. What a numpty. What a numpty. Oh. And I loaded up my own stream and I nearly heard my voice twice. That would have been terrible. One's bad enough. Right, so let's go to videos. 28th of June was my last stream. Wow. Google Chrome works. Hey, Ramses! Car alarm starts shouting? What's it shouting? Obscenities? Is it shouting in French? Wait, you were using Edge? Terrible. I know, it's been a long time. Because I think I streamed... Well, that week before it was a bit stressful. I can actually remember it. I can remember something. And then obviously that Sunday I left. Well, because I didn't stream Saturday night because I was packing. Actually, that's a bit of a lie. I packed Saturday morning, and then Saturday night I was actually watching another streamer who you do see in my channel from time to time, Daddy and Son Gaming. He's a customer of my graphics designer as well, so that's how we kind of know each other. So I was actually watching his stream. He was playing Jack in the Box, or whatever it's called, something like that. And it was actually a lot of fun. The streamer plays the game, and you can actually go on your browser and join in. So I was actually joining in the games. Unfortunately, a lot of it is based around American culture, so there's some things I didn't quite get or understand. Similarly, when I play Cards Against Humanity, there's some references I don't get.
Yeah, I remember that. You did pretty well, though.
Yes. So yeah, that's what I did the day before, and then obviously Sunday morning I was leaving. It's shouting baguette recipes. Oh dear. I didn't have a baguette. But yeah, the trip to the airport, it was long, but it was fun. I actually took a lot of photos from the on my journey, which have already been uploaded to YouTube. No, Instagram. I literally took... I took about 60... Oh, shit, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I've just loaded up 63 photos in an individual file rather than one slideshow. Go away. Well, that was a silly mistake. It's because I'm in a zip file. Cancel. Go away. No, Albert's sleeping. No, I'm sorry, Albert. I don't want to see you sleeping. Okay, this has all gone wrong. There, fixed. Make some room on my desktop. I will get round to uploading the things onto YouTube. Not YouTube, Instagram. Because it's gonna... I found out Instagram is a pain in the ass to use. To upload photos from Instagram, it needs to be on a phone or tablet. Even though I've got the program on my laptop, I still need to be on a phone or tablet to upload it. Unless you just take a photo there and then. Hey girl, how's it going? It's Jackbox. Okay, well I knew it was something like that. You have no idea how Cards Against Humanity works. We'll get to that, because we did play some on my holiday. So I've got to transfer everything from my laptop onto my tablet via Bluetooth, although I could use the wire, but I was a little bit lazy. And then upload it individually. Or I can upload it in batches of 10. And if I upload in batches of 10, it shows the first one, and then you guys have got to sort of scroll through it. But then I can only have one caption per 10.
Wait, you can't fine people for saying Coke.
Yes, I can. Shut up. Don't say anything. La la la. I will ban you. Pepsi. My brother was a little shocked. I got home and my brother's like, "Did you order Pepsi while you're on holiday?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "Well, it just a box turned up." And I'm like, how? Why is there a box of Pepsi turning up? Scott's not even in the country. He's like, "Yeah, I ordered it. I ordered it a couple of days before leaving."
You should refund him his moose tracks, though.
Who?
Kevin.
Why? He's spamming Coke.
Yeah.
So why should he get a refund for spamming Coke? I was debating
about your drink.
No, it's not. And I would say it's Ask Frank, but Frank lies anyway.
Hey.
It's official.
He's a good kitty.
Well, he is, but he lies. Right, let me get a photo of Frank. Has anyone seen Frank? Have you seen Frank, Cadenzra?
Just a little while ago, actually.
So you know what he looks like?
Of course I do.
Did I get diabetes in America? You get that just from looking at a Twinkie. I didn't have a Twinkie this time around, but the last time I went there I had a Twinkie. The best way to describe a Twinkie is sugar, stuffed with sugar, topped with sugar. I took one bite of a Twinkie and it hurt my teeth.
What about the Battenberg cake stuff?
We have that? I don't think we had that. What do you mean the stuff that we have?
It's something that my sister got when she was over in England. And it's like, I think it's marzipan? I don't know. It's really, really, really sweet sugar wrapped in sugar with layers upon layers of sugar.
Okay. I don't understand your point.
Well, it's just similar to your complaint about Twinkies, which are delicious.
Well, yes. Actually, I didn't get that far to eat one. Right, so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put a picture up of Frank. I should probably have planned this stream, like, in advance kind of thing.
It's okay, you're winging it, it's fine.
Yes, I am winging it. Right, apply. So, ooh, I broke my entire stream. There we go. There's Frank. That's one photo of Frank, one photo of many. He is an adorable little kitty. Although when I asked him last time I went on holiday, I asked him a question. I basically had one of his favorite toys is it a fish on a stick with the feathers?
Yeah, it's like it has feathers coming out, and it's that.
Yeah, so fish on a string on a stick, and you kind of wiggle it around. It's got a feather on, and Frank loves feathers. So I actually bought him a new one while I was there last time. And then he had his old one, which had no feathers, because he'd already kind of destroyed the feathers. So I held up both, and I went, right, Frank, the one with feathers is Pepsi, and the one without feathers is Coke. Choose one, Frank, and I was dangling them both in front of them. He went for the one without the feather. The only time he chose a toy without a feather was when it's choosing Coke over Pepsi. I was most disappointed. But yes, that's Frank. He's an adorable little kitty.
And if anyone's wondering, he looks slightly... His eyes might look slightly weird because he's partially blind, but he is adorable and loves everyone.
Indeed. Yeah, his eyes look a little funky. Frank would have loved Cheeky. He probably would have tried to eat him.
Yeah, he's not an accomplished hunter though, so nothing would have happened, but he would have tried.
So I've also got some photos that I'm actually looking forward to uploading. On our third day, I think it was. No, it wasn't. Third day we went. Oh, the third day. Did we find any fireworks on the 4th of July?
I think we saw some being shot up over the trees, but the only ones we really saw were at Kineticon.
Ah, yes. So yeah,
Which were
4th of July,
awesome.
we went to Old Sturbridge Village, which is an old-fashioned village set in the Rebel days, the Revolution.
Well, it's set in the 1830s, but they have a lot of stuff about the Revolution and like, you know, saying how awesome America is, basically.
Well, yeah. So yeah, 4th of July, it's all from that era. And we kind of went there because we thought that there were going to be a fireworks show. And, you know, it would have made sense. Revolution era village, it would have had some fireworks. So we turn up, the whole place is dead as a dodo. There's no one around to be seen. Apart from a moose in that photo there. He was there. So yeah, there's no fireworks. So we ended up going to Cracker Barrel, is it?
Yep. It
Cracker
was,
Barrel.
yeah, it was really yummy too.
It was. I don't know what I had.
You had, crap, was it a chicken parmesan or did you have a steak? I think you might have had a steak.
I think I had steak because the chicken parmesan was at 99.
Yeah. So you had a steak and it comes with all the country fixings, and Jordan got like this giant sampler thing. Like we needed two tables to hold all of it, I think.
That's right. And yeah, I did have, because he said, what do you want for your side? And I says, oh, I'll just have the salad. And I had a separate bowl of salad that turns up first, and then he brings my plate of steak. I'm like, I haven't got the room on the table for all this. And I ate the steak first, and then I couldn't finish off all the salad. Plus, there were weird red things in my salad. Tomatoes.
Yeah. Whole
Tomatoes.
tomatoes, like little cherry tomatoes.
Mm. But yeah, it was actually, it was a nice meal. Let's put up, so this photo here, that's with the flash on. So for a while I was taking Albert kind of everywhere with me. Although sometimes it's like, oh, should I take Albert with me? But then you got to kind of think of where you're going and stuff. So it was actually a bit difficult to take him around all the time. How come Instagram's not updated? Did you not hear that whole discussion? It takes forever to deal with it, and I haven't actually had the time to do it yet. Lobster is disgusting. Cadendra's sister Fenrin absolutely loves lobster and keeps buying it, and it's like, what if I put it under your nose? And I'm like, I will throw up all over you if you do.
We only found out you didn't like it last time.
That is true. That is true. You can talk, I don't mind. That's kind of what you're on Discord for.
Yeah, that's true.
But the last time I went there, I probably explained this previously on stream. Me and Cadenzra went. Where was it? We went to. Was it when we went to Boston, or was it another time?
I think we did go. Because we went to like a pub or something in Boston.
Yeah.
I think.
There was a restaurant. We stopped off for lunch, and then we got your sister the steak and lobster dinner, didn't we?
Oh yeah. Wait, that was in Holyoke, not Boston. But yeah, it was steak and lobster tail, and she wanted to know if you wanted to try some, and you were not having it.
No. I was like, no, thank you. It smells gross. So she puts it under my nose, and I'm just there like, no. Move it before I throw up everywhere. So that's how I discovered I don't like lobster. Just by the smell of it. It was rather gross, to say the least. Will I ever go to France? I mean, Toad? I don't know. Kind of cool to go to different countries. Just depends on how expensive it's going to be.
Probably a lot less expensive than going to the US.
That is true. It was actually quite expensive. But I don't sit with the peasants on this plane, so that's Why?
The peasants. You mean
Yes.
coach?
Yes, the peasants. So if you've seen Instagram, you've seen Albert on the plane. The seats I actually had have got like extra leg room, and you also get this. I don't know if the normal regular seats get it, but you get a pillow and towel and some bunch of stuff just to keep you comfortable. And then before the plane takes off, they come around with champagne and water.
Which you accidentally had 2 glasses of on the way here?
No, I didn't have the champagne because the guy first went to me and I said, oh, because there was a lady sat next to me. So I said, oh, ladies first. I was being polite. So the lady took a water and then he walks off. I'm like, but my champagne! He took it to mean that I didn't want one. But when it came after we were airborne, he did come round and he's like, oh, would you like a drink, sir? And he's got his drink cart. I'm like, I was about to ask, what have you got? Because I was going to ask, I've got Pepsi or something, but I saw some wine on the top, so I was like, okay, I'll have a white wine, please. And they're these little mini bottles. So he hands me one, and he's like, wait, would you like one for lunch as well? I'm like, yeah, go on then. It is my holiday after all. So he gives me a second bottle. So I drank one glass, and then when it came to dinner time, I had my second glass, and I was starting to feel tipsy. It's like, oh my lord. I haven't drunk in a long time. I'm on medication, and I should probably not have a third because I was just getting to the buzzed stage already, and it was only literally like my second glass. Super lightweight. Are Americans more attractive than Brits? I would say they're about the same.
Is he charming in real life? I guess so, yeah. He was a gentleman while he was here. Most of the time. Except when we were playing Monopoly.
Playing Monopoly?
Yeah.
Well, I went easy on you. Okay, let's
Go
talk
on.
about Monopoly, right? So, at the convention, I bought Fallout Monopoly. And I wanted to play with everybody, but everybody was kind of busy. So me and Cadenzra played. Cadenzra had most of the property pieces, and I only had one complete set of cards, where Cadenzra had multiple complete sets. So I thought, I'm going to lose. But we both had the dark blue expensive points near Go. I had one, she had the other one. So no one was going to slap up hotels there. She wouldn't even let me buy the 2 brown ones by Go, the cheapest one. She wouldn't let me have both of those. I had one, she had the other, and she wouldn't sell me the other one. I had 3 train stations. That was alright. Is the money capped? Yes, it is.
So, and it was 100 to land on one train station.
Yeah, but it wasn't 200. And then there's that card in the community chest that makes you pay double if you land on it.
Yeah. But you had hotels up on all of the property that you had. Yes. I only had enough to put houses up. I can't remember what the comparison is for the Fallout one. But
you got shacks and vaults.
Yeah, I had shacks up on like 2 different full properties, and you didn't land on any of them. Maybe one. And I landed on your hotels twice and had to concede. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was. It was interesting. She landed on one of my hotels, one of my houses when I had a couple of houses or shacks. She paid 200. And just before her go, I was planning on putting an extra row of shacks up. And if I had done that, she would have had to pay 600 caps, not 200. So I thought, damn it, you got lucky there. So anyway, sooner or later, I managed getting vaults up, which are the equivalent of hotels. And she kept landing in between them. I'm like, no, stop it. She did it like twice, 3 times in a row, landing in between them.
Yeah, and I had heard, you called me something I'd never heard of before.
A jammy dodger.
Yep.
Well, she was a jammy dodger. She kept landing in between. Well, yeah, you don't really need to know Fallout to play this game. It's just like all the names have changed based on the names of the. So instead of having, like, I can't think of a name on standard Monopoly.
It was.
But
one of the yellow ones was Capital, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, they're all named after Fallout towns, and the pieces are all different. So you got like Vault Boy and stuff like that. No one knows what a jammy dodger. Girl, help me out here. Jammy Dodger?
I think it's a cookie.
No, it's a biscuit.
Oh, same thing.
No, it's completely different.
Just like boot and trunk.
Yes.
You called it trunk, and you said trash. You did.
It was a slip of the tongue.
Trash can.
Bin. So yeah, Cadensra was winning. My monitors were all turning off. Come back. So Cadensra was winning Monopoly. She had more money. She had more properties. I was convinced I was going to lose, and then within one loop of the board, she basically just landed on my property twice.
Yeah, and I kept landing on go to jail. And you had, what, 2 get out of jail free cards?
I had them both, yes, which didn't need to be used.
Yeah, you doubles roller.
Yep. So, yeah, she got out of jail, landed on my point. It's like, oh, that'll be 1,000 caps, please. And then ends up in jail again. So she wasn't able to get round go at all. And then landed on it again. It was like, that's 950 caps, please. And then she was just like, yeah, let's just call it.
Oh, yeah, plus the Game of Thrones season premiere was starting, so we needed to watch that.
Yeah. Because you could have quite easily got the money if you sold your shacks and mortgaged properties. But yeah, Game of Thrones was due to start, so we had tacos and Game of Thrones. Which was a slightly disappointing episode.
Yeah, right.
There were no
you
boobs.
Enjoyed it. Oh, yeah.
No one was naked in the entire episode. What the hell's with that?
It was tame compared to other ones, but I thought some of the action was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was. And we won't talk about it in case people want to watch it, but yeah, it was a good episode.
Of course, no spoilers.
I am looking forward to seeing more. But yeah, no boobs. Sorry, guys. And girls that like boobs. So what else happened? Oh yeah, this kind of happened. Connecticut! That was an awesome, awesome weekend. Apart from the deathmatch, I didn't enjoy the deathmatch much.
Yeah, right. That was like your favorite part. I have never seen him so excited. I don't think I've ever seen a British person in real life so excited.
How many British people have you seen in real life?
More than a few.
Oh, now I'm jealous. I'm not your only Brit. Deathmatch, right, so at a convention, for those of you who don't know, people tend to typically dress up in cosplay. They'll go as their favourite characters as things. I cosplayed as a British streamer. I wore this, basically. Cadensra went as... Can I put your picture up?
Yeah, sure.
Let me find one.
Either the one like close up above my face. The one where you have me in costume is fine, but I'm not like making any expression.
Trying to find
Wait.
one.
Yeah, your British accent was pretty good. Since you're a British streamer, you've been practicing a lot, right?
Yes. So do you want the mask on or the mask off?
I guess one after the other, because I'm really proud of the work I did with my mask. It's just the one of the ears I made was floppy. I need to fix that.
Should have cosplayed for real. It was my first convention. I kind of didn't want to do anything. I wanted to kind of get the feel for what a convention is first, because it was my first. So he puts on a berry. He does, but I don't. Hey, Domino. I wouldn't know what to cosplay as. So your ones I took on Friday, okay?
Yeah.
Right, let me get these up. So I'll show you what Cadensra went as. Who has seen... This is your cue. What is it called?
Princess Mononoke?
Yes, that's the one. Oh, the pictures are sideways. Can I flip them? Grr, flip the file. Oh, wrong way. There we go.
They're gonna look. One of them's gonna look so bad because I didn't know what expression to make, so it's just me flat faced, and I kind of have RBF a little bit,
RBF?
which is resting bitch face.
Oh. Well, that's kind of normal. Domino! Subscribing to that. Thank you, Domino.
Oh, very nice.
I still can't get over that people want to subscribe to me. It's just weird. Right, so here are... It's kind of going to block my face for a minute, but I'm sure you guys won't mind hiding my face. I'm putting them side by side. So yeah, Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, character's name is San. Even though people would just look over and be like, "Hi, Princess Mononoke."
Yeah, that's what I heard a lot of. And Gura did flip the picture. Thank you, Gura. So there's Cadenzra's costume, cosplay, with mask on and mask off. I was asleep while Cadenzra was finishing that off. She finished at, what, 5 in the morning the day before? Or
Yeah,
of the morning
about
off?
the day of. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
And I kind of heard, no, my needle's broken, and all the frustration as everything was kind of getting later in the day. So what was I going to say about cosplays? So yeah, so people cosplay their favorite characters and stuff. And what the deathmatch is, well, I've lost the picture I was going to share. Ah, here's a photo that I liked.
Yeah, I made every piece of that except for the wig. Every piece that you can see.
Albert Mononoke. So, deathmatch is basically a group of people entered the deathmatch, and you had the host that was in charge of the show, and he'd call up 2 people at a time, or 2 groups, like if people did a group cosplay, and he'd have them side by side. He's in the middle, he'd have them on either side, and he puts their hand over one of them, and you've got to cheer and make noise for the one you like best out of the 2. And he'd put his hand over each, and the one with the loudest noise would win, and then they'd basically do a quick mock battle to beat the other one. And then because it was a full moon, the host would then call on werewolves onto the stage to clear the dead bodies. So it was actually quite fun. At first I was like, oh, this is going to really hurt my ears, it's going to trigger a migraine. The guy next to me was really loud. And then when Cadenzra did her first shout, I'm like, oh, my ears have just burst from the female screaming.
I'm pretty high-pitched, I guess.
But then I found myself really getting into it. 2 men enter, what man leads? Pretty much Major Undead. But there were group cosplays as like families or friends. There was one there. I've got video, but the video turned out shit. But there was like a Game of Thrones phrase. They were there with a banner with severed wolf's head.
House of Frey.
That's it. So they all went on as one group, and then it was really fun. Now in our room, we were all there. There was another room behind, the 21 plus room, where they were serving alcohol, and the host called them the drunks. And he did say, he says, oh, right, if we all be quiet, we will be able to hear the drunks. We went quiet, we went, right, drunks, scream! And we could hear them, through the walls, which was really funny. So anyway, if the host can't decide who was the louder, he would do a tiebreaker. And the tiebreaker was rock, paper, scissors. So we had a tiebreaker. I can't remember who the tiebreaker was for now, the first one with the rock, paper, scissors. Can you?
I think it was Yang and... Can't remember who she went up against.
I can't remember at all. But
yeah,
anyway,
they only did it once.
The rock, paper, scissors did decide the tiebreaker. The person that won, and the other person went off. Anyway, so we all somehow managed to convince the host to use the tiebreaker as the drunks. Instead of using rock, paper, scissors, we'd ask the drunks. And he's like, I'm not sure how this is going to work. And he's like, but we'll give it a go. So anyway, we end up with another tiebreak, and he's like, right, okay, we'll ask the drunks. He says, I need everyone to be absolutely quiet in this room. So we're all quiet, and he puts his hand over one person, and you hear the drunks screaming. And then he puts it over the other one, and then you hear even louder screaming, and it's like, oh wow, this actually worked really well. The drunks were... I was expecting the levels to be quite similar, but it wasn't. There was a massive difference. Like, the Tomberry from Final Fantasy, that went to a tiebreaker. And the drunk just went ballistic, and he's like, yep, they're all Final Fantasy fans. And then it came to, I think it was Soldier 76 tiebreaker. Yeah. And then it turned out the drunks were all Overwatch fans, because it was just a massive difference between the 2 levels. It was just... Yeah, the drunks were the 21 plus room where they served alcohol, so... yeah, they weren't allowed in the same room as us. They were called the drunks.
the host called them the drunks as an easier way of identifying them, since some of them might have been.
Yes. And
Hey.
then there was one tiebreaker, and the guy's like, right, okay. So he kept doing it, and he's like, I think I'll do it once more. And Nubis subscribing to the herd. Thank you, Nubis. Greatly appreciated. Wow, guys.
Sweet.
Gobsmacked. So the guy was like, right, I'm going to do it once more. I'm going to decide once more. I just turned around and went, no. I just started going, drunks, drunks, drunks. And then it caught on, and everyone was just there chanting drunks. And he was just like, all right, well, ask the drunks. And it was just mind-blowing. The drunks just helped out every time. It was just awesome.
One of the funnier things is when the host had us sing some of the rock songs that they played, because whenever the two opponents would fight each other, they'd play a classic rock song. And so, oh my gosh.
It didn't quite happen.
Yeah, it was kind of, he's like, okay, everybody be quiet. So he's like, drunks. And then they were supposed to sing, and it was just kind of a generalized yell. Maybe some words were there, I'm not sure.
He's like, okay, that didn't work. It was funny, though. The whole evening, it was just absolutely, it was amazing. What song? Oh, was it Welcome to the Jungle? It was one of the Guns N' Roses songs, where everybody starts off singing like really strong, and then as the song goes on, it all kind of just goes down to a drone, because not everybody knows the words, but they know the tune. So it was like...
You could tell who the metalheads were in the crowd, or at least rock fans.
Yeah, you could. I mean, I know like the first few lyrics, so yeah, I was able to start, and then I'm like, hang on, I can't quite remember the lyrics, because it's been a while since I've heard the song, so I kind of stopped.
Should we say how you were a little bit under the weather, since you seem to get sick during every holiday?
I do, actually.
And he actually went to an American doctor.
I did. Oh, that didn't work out right. Hang on. There we go, let's fix that. Yeah, so my ears popped on the plane, as they kind of do tend to do at the high altitudes. And it seemed I got some infection in the back of my throat. Everything kind of all went red and swollen. And I'm like, right, I got two choices. I had holiday insurance, because the last time I went to America, I ended up with, wow, guys. CO, subscribe to the herd as well. Thank you, CO. I feel bad as well, because I keep saying CO. I don't try and pronounce your full name, because I know I'll just make a fool out of myself. Thank you, anyway. So, last time I went, my ears popped, and I ended up with a really bad ear infection, and I had it for a whole week. It travelled all down the side of my face, and it made eating a pain in the backside, but I didn't do anything about it. This time around, I thought, right, I'll get holiday insurance, and if I get English, oh no, I'm gonna die. Yeah, if I get ill, I'll have holiday insurance. So anyway, I ended up getting ill. Everything in the back of my throat was all red, it was all swollen, I could barely swallow. So I said, right, Cadenzra, can you take me to the doctors? So Cadenzra tried to phone around all these different doctors, and we finally found a doctor that wouldn't take my insurance, but they let me pay cash, and then I could claim back off my insurance at a later date. So I went there, and I was absolutely amazed. It was $150. They took me into a room, they took blood tests, they took a mouth swab, they took my blood pressure, my heart rate, and they were asking about my height, my weight, which confused the socks off of them.
Yeah, they didn't know what British stone was.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, how much do you weigh? It's like, this much stone, and it's like, what? I'm like, Cadenzra, can you speak American for me and translate? So we had to try and translate it. They were like, what's your height? Well, that was easy because they use feet and inches, so I was like 6'4". They then asked what tablets I was on, and I gave like most of my tablets, and she didn't understand a couple of them. One, paracetamol, Americans call Tylenol, and there is another word that begins with A, really long word. So I translated that. That's the one. And then there was
your migraine meds, I think.
Yeah,
those ones they hadn't heard of.
Yeah, never heard of my migraine ones. But anyway, so I was just absolutely gobsmacked that they did all this just before I actually seen the doctor. And the doctor came in and went, "Oh yeah, you just got a minor throat infection. It should clear up. But if you want to do this, this, and this, you can do." And like I won't bother, but it just turned out it was a minor throat infection. Like if
they tested.
Yeah, go on.
They tested you for strep and mono, but
Yes.
yeah, it was like a really bad head cold.
Pretty
So
much.
rest, relaxation, and I made chicken noodle soup.
You did. And it was nice.
And it was delicious.
It's a bad dog. Do you know what paracetamol is? Oh, okay. Well, it's what Kevin Kerr said. That's kind of like the one that they typically use. CO Dana. There you go. That's the only time I'm going to try and pronounce that CO. Some fish and chips will fix that. There actually quite a few places in America do try and sell fish and chips. And they call it chips as well, not fries.
Yeah.
That's kind of correct. Okay. But I didn't want to try it because I don't like fish, so... so I was absolutely amazed at the health system, even though you had to pay $150. It's like if I went to a doctor here, it'd just been like, you sit down, it's like, what's wrong with you? I've got a sore throat. You'll look at the back of me and be like, yeah, it's fine, just go. And that's 5 minutes. Whereas the doctor here, they just like literally took blood and everything. It's like, okay, fine. I didn't mind because I knew it wasn't anything serious.
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure for your peace of mind that it was something that was going to clear up on its own instead of having you worry about it for the beginning of your vacation. But yeah, it was cleared up by the time the con came around and you seemed fine.
It's true. Oh, I haven't got the photo here yet. We saw a couple of car shows. We went to the beach, saw a car show at the beach, and then there was one a couple of days before coming home as well. Is this the one? Here we go. You guys will like this one. I haven't put this on... this one isn't on Instagram yet. It will go up there, but I like this one. This is the beach. The day at the beach. This one time I went to doctors in Scotland. They took all the tests as well. You never heard from them again, even though I was living there, not just visiting.
Wow.
That's typical. I can get that. Our fries are weird. How are our fries weird? I have more pics of Albert than me. Well, yes, obviously. I hate my photo being taken. There's like a couple of photos of me hanging about, but no, none of them will be seeing the light of day. Because like one of them's me not wearing a top at the beach, and then you got some that are like me stuffing my face full of food, and they're not flattering at all. It's like, yeah, I'm not taking. None of those are going on the. None of those are going.
I took a couple of random pictures of Scott, and that's one of the ones where he's stuffing his face. I don't know if those will ever see the light of day, but I took them.
All right. Do you mind if I show the one when we went on our walk?
Oh, sure. I haven't actually seen that one.
All right, I'll share that one. I've only just looked. My hair's a mess.
My hair's probably a mess also.
This was pre-tick.
Oh, no.
That was horrible.
Yeah. I just want to mention that I ended up getting sick. I don't know if it was the con plague or if it was from taking care of Scotty to get him back to health. But I ended up with a bad head cold as well on the Saturday night of the convention. So I did not get to go to the beach. But I did get better pretty quickly.
Yeah, you did. We'll explain what pre-tick is in a minute.
I look terrible.
It's okay, so do I. It's fine.
I look like I'm balding.
Kevin Kuo.
Yeah.
There is actually a photo of me taking a photo of Albert.
I'm 5'5", so that should give you... Like, I'm not terribly tall. I'm about average, maybe a little under.
I'm tall and she is also short. But yeah, I actually just, before I put it on thingy, I just opened it up and I'm like, wow, are you really that short? You come onto my shoulder. Oh wow, you are tiny. What else have we got? But yeah, that particular photo, we went on a walk around a reservoir and wooded area, and it was in the hopes of finding a moose. We did do a couple of trips trying to find moose. Sadly, we didn't. But the walks and trips we had were amazing. They were good views and that, and I enjoyed it. Unfortunately, there was... Yeah, go on.
Well, yeah, I'm elaborating on what you said. We went into this area with longer grass. It hadn't been mowed down. They take care of their trails there, but there are some more frequented than others, and we went on one less traveled, and we ended up with, I think I had 9 ticks on my legs, and I can't remember how many you had, Scotty.
I had
But that
less
was
than
just,
you, but yeah.
yeah, that was just from walking through once. On our way back, we collected quite a few more, and checked ourselves. And even when we got back to the car, they ended up inside the car, even though we had checked ourselves beforehand.
Yeah. Had to check ourselves a couple of times.
Yeah,
And
Scott
even
is a giant.
Get home and then have a shower and then get checked even more.
Yep.
It's Albert and Frank.
Oh, yeah. Duh. Oh, if you have it, you should upload the picture from the wildlife campground. Because that was really pretty at sunset.
Oh, yes.
You took a picture of the water.
Yes.
Yeah, Frank looks a little grumpy in that picture, but he's just a content little kitty.
Wait, did I took those photos on my thing, didn't I? Ben and Jerry's, there we go.
Yeah.
Ben
Yeah,
and
one of our
Jerry's.
last trips was Ben and Jerry's, and then that wildlife place.
I got a couple of the sunset. Which one looks better? That one. So yeah, we went on after the Ben and Jerry's factory. We kind of went on more of a moose hunt. Didn't find anything.
Yeah, we followed one website's advice saying that if we went to this campground down near the waterfall, there was moose usually came to drink at dusk. So we got there around sunset, and no moose, but it was very, very pretty.
Yeah, it was. The whole area was nice. We did walk around a little bit in that area. Didn't want to stray too far because ticks.
Yeah.
All the moose underwater, they probably were.
Hey, some do dive down for algae and stuff.
What about the photo of you eating the ice cream?
You can show that if you want.
No, I won't. What about the photo with us at the one that Kate took at the Ben and Jerry's factory with me, Albert, and you were in the shot as well?
Wait, which one?
You know where I stuck my head through the thing?
Oh, yeah, you should show that one.
You were in the shot as well, is that alright?
I don't think I was in that shot. I was off to the side. I might be like a little bit.
You are in it. I'm the one with the photos. If I say you're in it, you're in it.
Okay. I didn't know you had it up.
There we go. So you can't quite tell, but yeah, you got the thing where you stick 2 people's heads in, so there's me and Albert. I stuck my head through the thing. Yes, Ramses. Who's aggressive about being petted? Oh, your cat. And hey, wolves. I said wolves. Not waffles. Is that a sheep? Is what a sheep? No, it's a cow. I'm half-baked, yes.
My favorite flavor. Seriously, that's what I bought.
I don't really... Actually, I'm going to look at this photo before I... No, I don't like that photo at all. Actually, I'll put it, because why not? This is still at the Ben & Jerry's factory. Me and Albert just chilling out on some deck chairs. What else was there? We actually found some cows.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
That does sound wrong, actually. Beach day. I didn't get that many photos of me at the beach. I went to a zoo. That was fun. Did find a moose
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, not the rest of the moose attached, unfortunately.
No. Did I? Oh, I did show the question. Alright, so who here watches Game of Thrones? Although I've already showed this in the channel. I found a severed head. Yes, I did. It was a moose. Walla Eye sounds like a taste sophisticated, charming, and intelligent. Like Coke? No, nothing like Coke. Don't watch Game of Thrones. Terrible. Oh, do you know what? There was for the was it the masquerade? It was the masquerade. They did at the convention. They did a masquerade where people walk on stage, and then the judges then judge them on various different categories. And there was this one woman. I thought she should have won. Hands down, she was the best one there for the category for best looking costume. I'm
Oh,
trying
the
to-
Samus?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she should have
Samus
won
from.
hands down.
Yeah, they do talk to the people in private, so it might have been an issue of maybe materials or crafting things she used or details, because she was wearing a bodysuit for the main piece, but she made like the giant ball-like shoulders and all the armor on her legs and everything, but it was a painted body piece for her torso. So I don't know if that's why she got in second, and I guess some people said they looked at the main winner and they put a lot of detail into their stuff.
Oh, did they? I can't remember who won.
I
But
can't remember either.
I thought the main winner wasn't very. Personally, I didn't think it was good, but
Yeah. I guess kind of like a fashion show, except all cosplay, anime, and video games.
let me put this one in. Go.
Are you finding her picture?
Yeah.
That was Saturday morning when I think that's when we took the shot.
Yeah, it was.
Unless. Okay.
Yeah, Saturday morning. I did take one of her at the end with her helmet on, and she was all lit up.
Oh, yeah, because she had like LEDs and everything. Like her visor lit up. I think the end of her arm cannon lit up.
Yeah, it did. Her arm cannon lit up red. I'll put it in. So there you go. There's the one. This is when she was at the actual show. So yeah, her shoulders all lit up, helmet lit up, her hand cannon lit up red. I didn't take a photo of the one that won because I thought it was shit. I mean, I shouldn't be overcritical because I've never done it, but I just thought, no, Samus, she should have won. But I mean, yeah, like you said, if there's hidden criteria that we weren't privy to, then fair enough.
Chrono was actually one of the judges. The three standing to the right are judges. The Kaiba to the left is one of the hosts. But she got in second place out of the entire masquerade.
I did meet a Pokemon.
Which Pokemon?
Magikarp. Did you see the Magikarp with the Pokemon Poke Trainer duo? There's actually a person in the Magikarp.
Oh, yeah. That would have been crazy for trying to take photos because you'd have to like kneel or get down on the floor.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she did. She did kneel down. No, it's a Magikarp. How does it move? Well, she's the person inside. I don't know whether it was he and she, but the person inside it actually crouched down. So for walking around, they actually walk, but then for photos, they crouch down and then. Who wants to see an amazing cosplay?
Sure. Is it one of the Mercies?
No.
Oh, wait. May?
Yeah, hey. That's why I said amazing.
Yeah.
Come on, there we go. May. Yeah, so I was actually on a Overwatch hunt. I was trying to get as many Overwatch characters as I could possibly find. So we got May. There was a Tracer. The Tracer one I took a photo of was actually very well done. Even had the British flag on the shoulder. That one there. She looks like a fluffy R2-D2. Have you not played Overwatch, CO? So there's the Tracer. I thought that one was very well done, the detail on that.
Oh wait, is that my sister in the background?
Yes, it is.
Aww.
What other ones did I find? There was actually a couple of Mercies.
And we went to the Overwatch photo shoot as well, but the photo area was so crowded.
Oh yeah, it was rammed. Yeah, there was no getting a photo. Or getting a spot for photos.
Yeah, and the Final Fantasy 15 photo shoot, it was mostly Promptos. The character Prompto and a bunch of Noctis and others.
Yeah, So we went to a Final Fantasy photo shoot, as Cadendra says, and I've actually got a photo of most of them, but it is like 98% of the characters were all in Final Fantasy 15 stuff. And then there was a couple that were from other games. And it was just like, yeah, I'm not going to take photos of the one where there's everybody's in it, like all 15. I'm going to try and take ones of the other ones. Like this guy, for example. When it loads. There we go. Final Fantasy X. And that was actually very well done. Wako, his name is, isn't it?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that one was pretty good. Yeah, they had some Final Fantasy 9, 10, some of 7 and 8 also.
This one isn't Final Fantasy related. Yeah, go on.
That's the, what was it called? It is like volleyball. Blitzball?
That's it, yeah. That was actually a couple. Male and female. The shorter one's the female. Spartans. Very well done. I would like to go as a Spartan. Because I reckon I've got the height.
Yeah. You could pull it off. It's just constructing the armor is more intermediate skill, I think.
Yeah. That I wouldn't be able to do. But it would be fun to go as. So there was one day we went out. Albert went shopping.
The convention is very heavily air conditioned, so people were pretty comfy inside the convention center. It was hot out though.
Oh yes, wait, if you spend like most of the day in the convention center and then leave, it's like, oh my god, it's hot! I'm boiling, I'm dying! Because you just get acclimatized to the coolness and then you leave and it's just like a normal temperature outside, but it just seems like you've just walked into the pits of hell.
We'll try to get him to dress up next time.
I was wanting to dress up, but it's like, I don't know what to go as, and I've got no skill at making stuff. So I wouldn't know what to do. I mean, I was like, as I said, if I could go as a Master Chief, that would be awesome. I would totally do that, but I wouldn't know how to make his outfit. Like our healthy shop, we've got Mountain Dew, Ben and Jerry's, Moose Tracks, Pepsi. Very, very healthy shop. Oh wow. And then I look at the whole thing on the till, and it's just like very, very healthy. Oh wait, there's eggs. Eggs are healthy, right? Oh, and tea. There's tea in there. There's tea. Tetley's tea. Talk about the shopping trip. Well, we went shopping. Did we go to the big grocery store we went to? That was in Stop and Shop, wasn't it? Or was that Big Y?
That was Stop and Shop.
Yeah, very expensive.
We found you actual official moose tracks, which is nice.
We did.
Were they delicious?
They were nice.
Good. Oh yeah, I got him Tetley British Brew, I think it was.
Yeah, that was actually a nice cup of tea. Yeah, you can make a nice cup of tea, Cadendra. Well done.
Thanks.
You have the seal of British approval. Didn't the Americans look weirdly? Well, at the convention center, there was like you got the rooms where you do Q&As and things. And one Q&A had just finished, so I went up to the tech guys and says, "Oh, do you mind if I just put my moose on the counter and take a photo out of it. And they're like, well, I don't care. But then there was one at a help desk with a load of paperwork. And I'm like, oh, do you mind if I take a photo? And my moose just sat here and he looked at me and was like, sure. It's like, I'm not weird. It's I've got a legit explanation for all of this. And then there's Albert. He's packing the shopping in the car. But supermarkets. We have some big supermarkets. I mean, the supermarket in our town is probably smaller than the ones that I went to in America.
Oh, and Scotty actually managed a pretty incredible feat, at least to me. You carried most of that shopping trip up by yourself. I had like 1 or 2 bags.
Yep. We had 4 cases of Mountain Dew, and then I had 3 under one arm, 1 in the other, while carrying about, I don't know, 3, 4 bags. Yeah, most of that shopping I took up in one go. Yeah, I am proud.
You didn't even hurt yourself.
Nope.
Very good.
Ramsey's just got hurt, though.
Ooh.
And then just a random photo with Albert. With a Buffalo Wings hat on. All on one trip, yeah. Definitely. So yeah, there was a couple of car. I'll get the. I'm actually wanting to get the videos, the pictures of the. All right, Domino. We'll see you later. I don't know how much longer we'll be online, but yeah, take care. Yeah. So what other photos have I not shared yet? Oh, well, there's this one. This one. Oh wait, I think I just put 2 on, or did none of them go on? None of them went on. That's okay. This one. Now I have shared this in Discord. Look.
And hopefully this is staying interesting to everybody, because there's the stereotype that you talk about your vacation and show a slideshow, and some people are like, we weren't there. But you get a lot of interesting photos, especially this one where you actually met, I can't remember their real life names, Pycelle and Braun.
Yeah, Braun is Jeremy and Pycelle is Jerome, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I keep forgetting their names. Yeah, they're Game of Thrones actors. I mean, obviously they've done other stuff. Guy on the right, no, it's not David Jason Gurr. Yeah, so guy on the left holding Albert is Bronn, the sellsword. And on the right, it's Grand Maester Pycelle. He's on the small Privy Council. So picture him with sort of grey hair and grey beard. But yeah, that actually cost a lot of money to get that photo done. I was just like, do I do it? Do I not do it? And it's like, it's a lot of money. But if I don't do it, I'll be like, I just, I'll regret it. And if I do it, then I've done it. And even if it is a lot of money, I've still done it. And they were nice guys as well.
Yeah, and that was on the last day of the convention, so that was like your last chance to do it.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it was. It was $105, Ramses. And I could have spent another $60 to get it autographed. But at that point, I was like, no. Just spent $105. Because it was like, I think it was $60 each, but they did a group like deal. $105 for the 2 of them. That's like €5, if only. I still got some money left actually on my card.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so continuing with the show and tell feature of this episode, I did buy some of this from Ben & Jerry's. So obviously you can't take ice cream back to England because it'll just melt. So the best I could do is get some cake mix. I got chocolate chip cookie dough, and chocolate fudge brownie. I had some of this stuff the last time I came. I had the cookie dough one last time. And it was very nice. It goes down well with some custard as well, which is brilliant. I'm running out of room behind me. Have I got anything else to show off behind me? I have a moose. And he actually got brushed and stuff. He's gone a bit
Oh
messy.
yeah,
But
my sister combed him out, so he's a little fluffier, a little softer.
yes, he is. He's so soft and nice. So yeah.
And I did some moose surgery on him too, because he had
Yes.
a little bit of a tear or two.
Yeah, he had a couple of tears, which I'm a little bit disappointed about, because I had to have him repaired before he even came to America. His foot fell off. And he's got another tear on the back of his neck as well, a small tear. So he's actually falling apart, which is a little bit upsetting, considering I paid a little bit for him. By a little bit, I mean quite a lot. I've also got... It's got to have
No
moose
moose
insurance.
insurance. I did it on the side. It's fine.
Don't talk about Monopoly, it's a sore subject. I'm not greedy. I actually did offer to... I did give her a few deals to help make it easier on her, but she wouldn't. It's like, oh, right, so you need to pay me 1,000, and she had like 800 caps of it or whatever. And I'm like, right, give me the 800 caps, and I'll take one of your cheap properties. One of the brown ones by Go that costs like 60 caps to buy. So she would have actually... I was letting her off about 150 caps. But she's like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm like, but please, I need that property so I can slap more vaults up and screw you over more. But she's like, no. It's like, fine. Can't wait till I get the Estonian goodie package. I thought you guys were going to send it so it was here when I get back. But I mean, it you know, when I do get it, I am looking forward to it. I don't want it's in it, and the guys have asked that I open it on stream. If it's Coke, it's going in the bin. It's a pretty huge box. Oh, really? That's interesting. So yeah, I'll open it on stream. How long do you think it would take me to go through everything? Because I'll probably do it at the start of a stream. You want to make sure I see it as well? Oh, okay, fair enough. That's fair enough, Ramses. I understand. So yeah, I could always open at the start of the stream or just wait until at the end of the stream. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So I've got that PO box for about 6 months from whenever I first said it, before my holiday. So yeah, guys, if you do want to send stuff, you'd be more than welcome to do so. PO box information is on Discord. If you want it to be opened on stream, just put somewhere on the box or envelope that it's for the herd. If you don't want it to be opened on stream, put somewhere on the box or envelope that it's for Albert's eyes only. And then I'll open it off stream. But yeah, I got it for about 6 months. I don't know whether I'll renew it or not because it was actually a lot of money to get it. It was like £200 for 6 months, so they're not cheap. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy to take stuff. Might go to Manchester Comic Con next week. Does Albert like kinky stuff? No. But I also got made up some of these. I was hoping to use them at the convention, but there wasn't much of an opportunity. But if I ever go to a meet and greet or something, I got some business cards. I actually got them made up in America.
Yep.
I was really impressed, actually, because I got them off Staples. I think we've got them in the UK, I'm not sure. So I ordered them one day, and it's like, oh, it's next day delivery. You know, they're ready the next day. Because I wanted to take some to the convention in case I kind of met people there and stuff. Like if I went to a panel that talks about streaming and YouTubing and stuff, I could have been there like, oh yeah, by the way, this is me, if you don't mind. You know, so networking and stuff. But there wasn't any of that sort of stuff there, so... But anyway, so I ordered it on Staples, and I had an email that night saying, it's now ready. I'm like, what? It's ready already? I think I just found another hole in Albert.
Aww.
No, it just felt like a hole. Yeah, so they were ready the same day, so Cadenzra took me down there and we picked them up. I could send you a card. I'm not going to send someone a business card. I could send the pictures. Oh, by the way, guys, if you want your own Albert the Moose mug, I've got a thingy on the Twitch page now. You can buy your own. Someone asked for that, so... Oh, grr. Not that sword. Sad that you couldn't get some of the 3 days in a week. Robicon in Finland, what's that? Oh, role-playing con. That would have been kind of fun.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, talking of which, I've got an idea. Because I caught the Monopoly fever, because, you know, I'm such a pro Monopoly player.
Lucky.
It's skills. I said it there as well. The skills.
Yeah.
Where's T? Where's T? It's after S, isn't it?
Usually, yeah.
Tabletop Simulator. There is a thingamajig for yes, Wolves, exactly. Tabletop Simulator. There is a mod for Monopoly, and there's loads of other games as well. So I'm thinking, like in the future, we could do a herd games night, where we'll play Tabletop Simulator. I've not played it yet. I own it. I've not played it. Seems a few herd members do actually have it. So that would actually be kind of cool to play a game of. And there are DLCs, paid DLCs, but there's a lot of workshop stuff as well. And the other thing as well, talking of herd nights, I don't know how quite legit this is. I think it's legit. I think it's like legal. I'm not sure. I hope it is, because I don't want to get told off for doing anything illegal. But movie night. I've pre-ordered Alien Covenant, and there's a website that lets you share it with other people. So there's no downloading. You can't download anything, and you can't duplicate it. But you can basically just all watch a movie. And it's just like watching stream now. You're all watching stream. You're all seeing the same. There's also webcam and mics involved. So at the bottom of the screen, there'll be little circles with your account's picture, or if you've got your camera connected, it'll swap to the camera feed, and then you can hear your own voices. So we can all decide on whether or not we want to have our voices broadcast on it, or whether we just want to stick to typing to not interrupt anything. But I'm kind of thinking it might be cool to have mics on, because then we could have to hear everybody shit themselves at a jump scare. But we'll decide that nearer the time. But basically, there'll be it's basically exactly Major Undead. That's what I'm kind of thinking. It is just, you're all watching the movie, so it would be no different to me saying to everybody, come over to my house and we'll all watch it. The only difference is it's that Cadenza is in America, you're in France, Ramses and friends are all in Estonia, so there's no downloading, there's no torrents or none of that stuff. And I've bought the thing, I've bought the film. So I don't think it's illegal, but I'm not sure. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's legal. I think my boyfriend was saying, because I told him about it. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's legal."
Oh, that's fine. That's good then. But yeah, so that's booked in because it comes out on 18th of September. So that's Saturday, which I think is the 23rd. So it's quite a ways off. Yeah, 23rd of September. We'll actually, instead of actually having a stream, I have heard lots use it, Caffeinated Wolves. That's where I got it from, is another streamer that I know. I do know a lot of people do stream movie nights, especially like partners tend to do it with their subs, for example. I'm just going to restrict mine to Moose Balls, so which most of you here are a Moose Balls. So it should be fun. Start a Discord or start a channel. Oh, channel on Discord. Oh, stream channel.
No, I'm saying to Ramses and Friends, the Twitch channel.
Yeah, do it. Well, the herd of... Yeah. Nah, there's some that aren't. Caffeinated Wolves is American, I believe. Or in America. Is there anything else we need to talk about on holiday that we haven't discussed? I can't remember. We kind of did everything in a weird order.
Yeah, because you got here, and...
I did. And then I left.
Yeah, you said it took about almost an hour to get your stuff from luggage pickup.
Oh, that was a nightmare. Yeah, it just took ages for my bag to come through. And I was slightly annoyed. I had a strap to go around my suitcase to help me identify it better. Because I got a silver suitcase, and it's like the hard plastic exterior casing. And I thought if someone else has got that exact or similar suitcase, I put a coloured strap around it. Which you can actually see in the photos on Instagram with Albert sat on my suitcase at the bus station. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. So the planes actually lost it, or the staff lost it, which was actually a little bit worrying. It's like, if that strap's come off, how rough were they with my bag? Although most of my electric equipment, my laptop and everything was on my rucksack on my back. Which, did you pick up? I can't remember.
Huh? Oh, your rucksack?
Yes.
Yeah, that thing was wicked heavy. I tried to move it to another seat for you.
Yeah, it was a bit heavy. I had my laptop and camera and tripods and all my wires and everything in there. Just absolutely everything in there. It was slightly heavy. I then land in America and you go into customs. The line gets filtered off into 2 lines. You got first timers, and then you've got American, Canadian, and returning Esters. Esther is the visa thing I had to have, so I was returning because I've been there before. So I went in that line, and it took me a while to get the machine to work properly because the machine said push firmly on the glass to take your fingerprints, and I'm doing it. It's not registering. So the lady said, I'm having difficulty. She said, "Oh, don't push firmly. It won't read it if you push hard." Because you're moving around too much. So I barely tap it, and it reads my fingerprints instantly. But it was fine that it took a bit of time there, because it meant that it was less time waiting for my bag. But from taxiing, we I can't remember now how long it was. What time did we leave the airport?
11:30. Your plane landed at 10:30. We weren't out there until a little bit before 11:30. And then you tried to get a drink from the machine. And it wouldn't take the dollars because they were too new and crisp. The machine couldn't read them.
That's right, yeah. Because I'm like, Cadenza, can you deal with my American money? This machine doesn't understand me. And so Cadenza was trying to do it, and it wasn't taking it either. Because I gave her like all my dollar bills, and it weren't working. So I was like, fine, I'll go without a drink. Can you donate 7MT to me? There is a command for it. I don't know how to do it. There is a way. Alright, Kevin Cook, we'll see you later. Take care. And yes, I had a great time. You're off as well. Alright, Ramses, good night. So the drive back though took ages. But Cadenza did very, very well. It was like 11:30. I swear it was like midnight by the time we eventually set off. And it's what, a 4-hour drive?
Yeah, 3.5 to 4 hours. There was no traffic, but I missed one of the on-ramps and ended up going 20 minutes out of the way. Finally got back onto the main track, and I was half asleep by the time we got home. I was doing that thing where you're blinking rapidly because your body's so tired.
Everybody else in the car was asleep.
Yeah.
I was like half asleep. I was like half aware of it. I heard you saying to your sister that you took like the wrong ramp and you went wrong. But yeah. We did stop off quickly for a bit of food, but at that point I was like, I'm tired, but I'm hungry, but I'm way too tired to know what I want to eat. I can't remember.
Yeah, you had like you had a McMuffin.
That's right. I had a few McMuffins. I even bought a sausage and egg McMuffin on the airport waiting to go home, which was at like 9 o'clock at night. I'll have a breakfast McMuffin, please. I couldn't believe it though. I was boarding the plane to go home, and the lady that was taking everybody's boarding passes and checking passport was just like, thanks. And then she calls me by my she's like, thanks, Mr. Clark. You all know my surname. And I'm like, oh, why the special treatment for me? And then she goes back to saying, thanks. It's like, is it because I'm not in the peasant seats?
Aww.
I don't know. Maybe she just wanted to be polite to me because I was like British or something. I don't know.
And you're super tall.
Yeah, and there's that. I didn't hit my head on the airplane this time. I'm proud.
Good job. I didn't know you hit it last time.
Yeah, the last time when I was going home, I was boarding the plane to leave, and I just smacked my head off the airplane. And all the cabin crew hostess said, she was just like, "Oh, wow, you're tall. Not, are you all right, sir? Do you need medical attention?" And she's like, "Oh, you're tall." It's like, yeah, I now have a headache from smashing my head off the plane. But that was funny.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. She might have done. I mean, the Americans do love the British accent. They do. Like most Americans I've seen. Or spoke to. There was Daleks there at the centre. Oh, I met a Stein from... And you're in the background holding Albert.
Soul Eater.
Yeah, Soul Eater. That's the one. I couldn't remember. There's a couple of Left 4 Dead guys. They're all covered in blood and stuff. Half the world loves the British accent. True. You can't beat the French accent. I don't even understand the French. Actually, that's a lie. Well, I don't understand the French because I don't speak French, but the French accent on a woman is very nommy. I watched a program with a French woman in it, and she was very good looking, and her accent was to die for. I like accents. Especially the Ukrainian one. Nom nom nom. Cup with Pepsi. So yeah, drive back was actually, and at that point as well, driving back to yours, I was tired, I was grumpy because I'd just been traveling for like forever, and I just wanted to get back. But I felt kind of bad because you were driving and everybody else was asleep.
Yeah, I kind
And
of expected that.
I was also kind of worried that you would fall asleep yourself. And we'd all wake up in a fiery furball? Fiery fireball. What's a fiery furball?
I guess
If Frank
something
learns to
further.
spit fire.
Yeah, Frank's fat fire. I actually have Sparky next to me on the computer.
Sparky!
She likes sitting on my tower, and you actually got to see Sparky this time.
I did, I got to see her a lot more than last time. I'm wondering if she remembered me.
She might have.
I'm trying to think of what else happened. What else happened? Oh, Cards Against Humanity. We played that. So,
Great.
oh yeah, Ramses is gone now. He was asking about Cards Against Humanity. So basically, the way that works is you'll get dealt 7 cards, and they've all got different phrases on. And then whoever's turn it is will pick up one. The cards you have are coloured white, and the cards that have got the sentences on, one person picks up one. They're the black cards. So the person whose turn it is, so say it's my turn, I pick it up, read it out. Then everybody else has got to pick cards to fill in the blanks. It might be one, it might be two, it might be a couple. And the idea is you've got to make that person laugh. So you've got to think who they are, what they like, their sense of humour. And you've got to fill in the blanks with the cards you've got. So while one card might be very funny to me, if I played it for Cadenzra, she might not necessarily like it. So that was actually a lot of fun. I'm trying to think if there's anything really funny that sticks out, but I can't remember anything. But yeah, Cadenzra, her sister, and her sister's boyfriend all played it. And yeah, we actually played it for a while. We went to bed quite late. I think it was like midnight.
My sister's boyfriend probably laughed the most along with you. I can't remember what card it was, but if you want an example of how offensive it kind of gets, is there's a black card that reads "Kid tested, mother approved," and some people put out there's like puppies, there's other things that are not so wholesome, and there's a card that is actually SIDS, kid tested, mother approved. And that we played that at Kineticon a couple years back, and that actually, I was the one judging, so I picked puppies because I didn't want to be that offensive. But yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Also, Walla, you know what SIDS is, right?
No, I don't.
It's when you put a baby down and they suffocate. It's sudden infant death syndrome.
Ah, okay.
That's why it's offensive. Kid tested, mother approved.
Ah, okay. We call that. What do we call that? I think it's like cot death or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember what we call it, but yeah, I've never heard of it called that. But yeah, I know what it is. Oh wow, that's dark.
Yeah.
And yes, Skura, there is an online version. I am tempted to play it one day with Herd. But yeah, you do need to know the people you're playing. So yeah, you wouldn't want to play. There are certain cards that you wouldn't want to play to certain people because they might find it more offensive than funny, kind of thing. There was a couple of good ones. I think you actually played a couple of good ones for me as well, Cadenzra.
Yeah.
I can't remember them fully though. I kind of wanted to stream it, but it was very late at night and stuff, and just setting up all that equipment. No one would have been there to watch it. But it could have been kind of fun on stream. But we could always do the online version to play it with her members, because that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Just got to put a disclaimer, because some of the stuff gets very dark.
Yeah. I mean, my channel's already set to mature, so...
Yeah.
But the trouble with that game that I find sometimes is a lot of it's like American-orientated with their culture and stuff, and I don't quite get it, or I might not necessarily know all their celebrities. It's like, oh, what's Jeopardy? Because there's a card about Jeopardy or something. It's like, oh, how would this person win Jeopardy or something? I can't remember how the card went. And I'm like, so hey guys, what's Jeopardy? And they have to explain it, or I gotta look it up. Like if I got the white cards and there's a word I don't know.
Yeah, usually like there are some Urban Dictionary things that we've had to look up sometimes, and we're like, oh, that's what that phrase means.
It is fun though. It is a good game. You can have some good laughs. But yeah, your sister's boyfriend definitely laughed the most that time. Last time we played, when I was there, I actually nearly stopped breathing from laughing too much. And it hurt my back. But I was slightly more controlled this time.
Yeah. Yeah, we had more people playing last time too.
Yes, we did.
So it gets better when you have a lot more variety going around.
Yeah. And we finally watched Alien.
Yep. And you were not, like, you were not scared at all.
Nope. I told you it weren't scary. Didn't you jump? It was either Alien or Prometheus you jumped at one point.
Everyone jumped in Prometheus.
No, I didn't.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, I might have. But it wasn't scary, it was just like, oh, that was unexpected.
Yep. So we gotta watch Alien Covenant. And that'll be your first Rabbit Room Party stream?
Yes.
Cool.
That sounds very wrong. Yeah, from a jump scare, it was just like, oh! It wasn't like, ah! It was just like, quick.
He did film himself watching Alien.
Yeah, I did.
The entire thing would just be you staring, like, straight-faced and making a little bit of commentary.
Yeah. So, yeah, plus I found that the webcam kept freezing, so... Yeah, because what I was going to be doing, but it didn't happen because I wasn't scared, but because we didn't even get time to watch all the Alien films either. But the plan was I was going to record me watching all the Alien films, and then I was going to edit out all the jump scares and all the things of me getting a bit frightened or reacting to the film, and I was going to put that in one big sort of video. But yeah, like Dennis just said, it just would have been me just watching and being like, oh, that's kind of funny, and oh, the alien's coming, isn't it? And just commentary. So it wouldn't have been interesting. Plus, I was having tech issues as well. The camera kept freezing. So yeah, it wouldn't have happened. But that was the plan. Horror movie is basically how you and Anubis... Oh, that's cool.
Which horror movie?
I'm never touching Five Nights at Freddy's. Did you not see me play... Well, actually, that's jump scares. But Alien Isolation is probably... Oh, and I had an idea. And I will finish a sentence one day. I've had an idea. I would like to get the HTC Vive... And I'm half toying with the idea, it probably won't happen, but I'm half toying with the idea of getting one of the Alien Isolation DLCs and playing it on HTC Vive.
I would totally watch that.
It's a terrible idea, but I would probably give it a go.
Would you get through 5 minutes of it, do you think?
I would like to think so. There was that one video I watched, one guy, he didn't get very far at all. I don't even think he even met the alien and just the normal Isolation storyline. He didn't even meet the alien, he's just like, nope, done. Because just the whole atmosphere just... But yeah. It would be interesting to play it. I would like to get the Vive and play some games as well. It's a lot of money, Wolves. It's like £750. And I'm kind of toying... I need to look into it. I'll probably look into it tomorrow. Cadenza, if you're going to be around tomorrow.
Yeah. I think I will be.
I'm kind of wanting to look into my idea with Christmas. So I got to decide whether or not... Because I've got some spare holiday days. I think I've got like 6 days holiday left over. And I get 5 at Christmas. So... yeah, I'd like to do... Because 1 week is like... 1 week's like... It'll be over in 5 seconds.
Yeah. I would have, if you came like the week before Christmas and then like the week during. I'm not sure how the weeks are set up this year, but I usually have, well, the place I work at always gives Christmas off. And then the week before that, they don't really let anyone take time off unless you have like a plane ticket and your hotel booked. But yeah, I would be able to take some time off after it.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about it and see. Well, see how that might... That I would like to. I'm not saying no. I'd love to do that sort of stuff and go see as much of the world as possible. But I've got... I'm basically needing to start saving up and getting a house. So I can't really do holidays and get a house. But I'd love to do that. It depends on my job, because the job I got at the moment doesn't pay very well. And I am looking to try and change careers, and basically if I change careers into my chosen field and I was able to advance, I can potentially end up earning big bucks. But that's like 10 years of working hard at the career. So I don't know what's going to happen with it. I'd love to do that. I'd love to see as much of the world as I possibly can. And my computer should I actually did a benchmark for the VR. My computer smashes the benchmark out of the water. Even my laptop could run it.
I think your laptop's better than mine.
Say again?
I think your laptop's better than my desktop, actually.
My laptop's better than my desktop. The graphics card is the only thing that lacks on my laptop. My laptop's got a 1070 because I couldn't fit a 1080 in it. But the actual CPU is better than my PC CPU. And yeah, I'll be up to going to Estonia. Yeah, that'll be fun. Then I need a Vive. I'd like one. I'll see what happens. I could save up and get it. But yeah, the IRL stuff, it's actually quite fun, actually, Go. Just sitting here and actually just chatting about everything. I mean, I wouldn't know if I'd be able to do IRL more often because, well, my life's kind of dull. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, literally, right? So, in the week, I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I eat tea, I stream. That's it. That's my life. And in the weekend, I sleep, I wake up, I stream. Other than this holiday, I don't actually do anything. My friends are all in other countries. Only my bestest friend in the whole wide world lives in America.
Oh, wait, did you actually mean me?
Yes.
Yay!
And Frank.
Well, yeah, you were here to mainly see Frank.
But now you guys... yeah, they're my closest friends, so everybody's like miles away, so I don't do going out. I mean, I could go out, but then I'm like, I'm not going to drink because I can't drink, and typically in a British town, you go out and get drunk.
Oh, I like the story you told me at Quabbin, how you could basically drink anyone under the table when you were younger.
Do you want me to tell that story?
There were a couple you told me, but you basically, it was the one where someone bet that you could, what was he saying? You had a girly drink because you wanted wine.
Yes.
And then he's like, no, I'm gonna, you tell it better.
Yeah. Right, so back in my youth, I used to go down the pub a lot. There was my local pub. I was always down there. Typically speaking, I would used to drink double whiskey and Coke. They didn't serve Pepsi. Anyway, so I actually... Every now and again, I'd change my drink, just for a bit of a variety, to explore different drinks and stuff. So I went through a phase where I was drinking red wine. It was a particularly nice wine. Anyway, so there's this guy in there, and he spilled my drink on me. I wasn't pleased, because drinking wine by the glass was actually quite expensive. So he says, oh, you know, you can buy me another one now for that. He's like, well, no, I'm not buying you wine. It's a girly drink. Only girls drink wine. And it is a bit of a stereotype. Guys are meant to drink beer, girls wine kind of thing. And he's like, you should drink a real drink, you know, because girly drinks, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, fine. I'll have a double whiskey and Coke. Oh, no. Oh, my monitor's turning off. No, no, no. You won't be able to handle a whiskey. If you're drinking wine, the soft stuff, I don't think you can handle a hard drink like whiskey. And the barman, who was a friend of mine, was like, yeah, I'd buy him a whiskey and Coke and then go toe-to-toe with him. And if you did go toe-to-toe with Scott drinking whiskies, you would end up under the table, drunk, passed out, while he walks home in a straight line. And he's like, what? And he's like, yeah, I've seen Scott drink whiskey all night. He handles it very well. And I could actually drink whiskey all night and just walk home. Quite drunk, but still, I had all my faculties about me. I could go quite straight line. And this guy just did not believe it at all. He was a bit of a dick, though. But it was funny. Never did get my wine back, though. But yeah, he was just there insulting me, and the barman just put him in his place. It's just like, yeah, no, he can handle his drink very well. And I could back then. Can't now. 2 glasses of wine, I'm under the table. But that's just because I'm on a copious amount of drugs and haven't drunk proper in years. And I'm still determined to this day, when we played Cards Against Humanity, you didn't put any rum in my drink.
Yes, I did. I put a splash in there, because you just said you're on a bunch of drugs.
What's a splash? Did you literally just show it the bottle? 'Cause
No.
I could not taste anything apart from Pepsi. Was it
Oh,
Dr. No, it was Dr. Pepper I had.
Yeah, it was Dr. Pepper with a little bit of rum. And I seriously did put some in there.
Okay. You don't have to worry about me getting... The worst that happens is if I did have a couple of drinks, it's just that I get pissed quicker. If I carry on drinking after being drunk quicker, then I would be sick. But one bottle's a splash to Walla. Yeah, she probably did literally put a drop in. And bear in mind, the cup was like this big. So it's not like it was a small cup. It was a big cup, so splashing that. Ah, bless. I actually don't think I drank at all on the holiday, did I?
Besides that one glass? No, and the stuff you had on the plane.
I had more on the plane back as well. There was a guy next to me. He did move seats because the cabin we're in the non-peasant section, there was quite a few empty seats. So there was a guy next to me originally, and he asked for some wine. And no, it didn't come, so he asked someone else for some wine. And basically the guy, one cabin crew member came back, gave him 2 bottles of red because he wanted red. And then the first person he asked eventually came back with 2 bottles of red. And he's like, oh, okay, thank you. And he offered me them, and I'm like, I've already just had 3 bottles. Now, the bottles are only tiny. They're not that big, so it's like 3 glasses. He's like, I don't more. I'll end up being ill. Oh, but the meal I had on the plane on the way home, oh my god. It was gorgeous. It was, I had gnocchi pasta, beef, and then it was some French words. Say again, sorry?
Gnocchi.
Yeah, that's what I said. And then it was a French phrase, but one word was green, so I presumed it was like green vegetables or something. And it was basically just runner beans, peas with some carrots. Anyway, I thought the beef would be like tiny amount. And I peel back the tin foil, and there's just half a cow in my little tray, and I'm like, oh my lord. It was amazing. And the pasta was really nice. Carrots and that were nice too, but, you know. And then for starter, I had, even the starter was nice. It was mozzarella, cheese, tomato, and pesto. So you had a slice of mozzarella, slice of tomato, mozzarella, tomato kind of thing. No, frog and escargot? No. So I left the tomatoes, naturally, but I ate the cheese and pesto. And then I had Australian-style chocolate orange cake.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, for pudding. With my wine I saved. You always get a small bottle of water as well with your meal, so I saved that in the pouch in the front seat for landing, because I just knew I would be thirsty when we landed, and I was. But yeah, when you're not in the peasant seat, you guess, to explain what I mean, I upgrade my seat from, you got World Traveller, that's the normal seat, then you get World Traveller Plus, that's what I was in, then you got Club World, which is business class, and then you got first class. The seats I get, I do pay a little extra for. It's like £300 per seat. So I think I paid like an extra £600 each way for both the whole trip. You get more legroom, and it is quite a nice amount of legroom you get. I can't fully stretch out, but I'm not squashed. And then you get a slightly better meal, and then you get unlimited drinks as well. And they are always walking around with wine and they're always walking around with fresh orange juice and water for you to just grab off the tray. And then before you land as well, they come around with a snack depending on the time of day. So when I landed in America, they came around with some wraps. I think I had like a chicken wrap. My monitors keep turning off because I'm not moving around on my computer. And I had a drink with that. Landing in England, I had a cereal bar and a drink. It was actually quite disappointing. But the first time I landed in America, we had a sandwich because it was lunchtime. Yeah, so they do look after you.
Yeah, the first time you landed in the U.S., you came in around 12:30 or so, or was it a little later?
No, it was about that. It was about that.
Yeah, and then we ended up in not quite rush hour, but all the traffic coming out of JFK. We moved about a mile in a half hour.
I think it was about like an hour.
Yeah, we were.
Because your sister was like, "How was your first hour in America?" And we'd moved like 2 miles or something.
Yeah.
We didn't get very far very fast. Whereas this time round, it was just straight drive home, apart from getting lost.
Yeah.
And stopping off at the station.
Well, We weren't lost. I knew where we were. I just had to turn around.
Okay, slight detour then.
Yeah. We got to go over a really nice bridge, but you were asleep. It was all lit up
Yeah.
blue.
You should have woke me up. I wouldn't have minded. For sights and stuff, I don't mind being woke up. If you woke me up just to tell you that you burped or something, I would have been pissed. But waking me up to see a nice sight, then yeah, that's... I just thought of something. You blame it on the cats.
Oh. So, do you want to ask, like, does anyone have any questions? Because this was sort of be like, talk about the holiday and then answer any questions. Although you have answered some questions as they've come along.
That's true. Yeah, so does anyone actually have any questions they want to ask? Either me or Cadenza about holiday and things? Because I don't mind. I'm actually running out of things to talk about now. Although there's probably stuff that I've missed that we haven't talked about.
You went over the bulk of Kineticon.
Why didn't I stream? Well, if I'd have streamed, either I would have had to have streamed at 3 p.m. American time, which is 8 p.m. here, or streamed in the evening when we finished doing all our day trips and excursions, but then you lot would have all been in bed, because most of you are European. Plus, I was kind of on holiday. I just wanted to chill out and relax. That's kind of why like the Instagram photos haven't been uploaded as quick. And even though I said I was going to do videos and things, sometimes it's just like I didn't quite realize I could have took video. Like, for example, in the queue to get our passes at Kineticon, I could have like set up my camera and just did it like a turning the camera around looking at the crowd kind of thing. Stuff like that didn't quite occur to me until after the fact, because I've never done like on the spot video recording. I've never done vlogging and all that sort of stuff. And then other times it's just like, nah, I just want to enjoy the holiday. So yeah, I could have done a lot more, but I didn't. And I said with streaming and stuff. I mean, at the same time, you got to think I didn't want to invade like my host's space, because obviously it's their house. I didn't want to be having cameras in their faces and microphones everywhere and stuff. So I didn't want to take up like all the space and just invade their privacy.
Although you did, you kind of took a chunk out of yourself for British territory, which basically was our entire couch and part of the ottoman. You had like that whole corner to yourself.
I did. And I called it English territory. I took back some territory in the name of England.
Yeah.
Which has now been reconquered by the Americans now I've left.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, there was a couple of things I would have liked to stream, like if we played some Monopoly and stuff. I could have like set up stuff for that. I did set up a camera to watch Alien. The camera was pointed just on me, and I was going to kind of try and make a thing out of that, but I wasn't actually scared, so I'm not just going to have a 2-hour video of me watching Alien with a straight face watching it, because that would have just been boring. We watched Prometheus, and I thought, well, I probably won't get scared in Prometheus. I think there was like one jump scare that kind of made everybody jump. But it wasn't like a, oh my god, we're all going to die kind of thing. So it was just a, and that was it. So I'm not going to make a video of just a, but I mean, it was definitely a fun holiday, and I did take a lot of photos. I will sort through them and get them uploaded eventually. It's, as I said, it's just the process involved getting it uploaded on the Instagram is a pain in the ass. I can't do it off of my computer. It has to be off of my tablet, and I got to transfer it all, and it is a pain in the ass. But I will get there. I just need to get the energy to do it. And this week, since I've been back, I took off Monday night, American time, 9:30 p.m. I landed 9:30 local of English time. By the time I got home, it was 6 p.m. So it was almost, I think it was like 22 hours of traveling. I know there was some times where I had to wait and things, like between buses, but it was still a long time. And Wednesday, I was straight back at work. So today is like the first chance I have had to rest, and I got up at 6 p.m. I've just slept, so hopefully I'm not jet lagged anymore. But I've now screwed up my sleep schedule, so when I go to bed tonight, I probably won't sleep.
You could try staying up the entire night and then just going to bed at a normal time tomorrow.
I could,
I guess.
but then I'm at work on Monday.
Yeah.
So if I don't sleep enough, then yeah, I'll go to bed when I start. I mean, I'll try to go to bed around 1, 2-ish this morning. or tonight rather, which shouldn't be too bad.
Oh, there was one thing. Remember you thought you were supposed to go home on Saturday? Or no, you thought you were supposed to go home on Sunday.
Yes.
And we were all like bummed out and everything, and then we found out that your plane actually left Monday. So we had a whole extra day, which was nice.
That's
Although,
right.
well, that's why we got to play Monopoly and watch Game of Thrones and Prometheus.
Yeah, because Saturday was Ben and Jerry's day, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so Saturday we went to Vermont, we did Ben and Jerry's, we did the walk around the woods, and we're all kind of like really sad because Sunday they would have had to then take me to the airport. Even though I had a late night flight, it would have meant that we didn't leave until 3 p.m. So I would have had Sunday morning to do stuff, but you couldn't do too much because I've still got to pack and things. So yeah, we're all really bummed. Should I tell them the really soppy bit about the shooting star?
Oh, I guess. It's so cheesy.
It is cheesy, but it's adorable at the same time. So there was a shooting star. I didn't see it, and Cadenzra made a wish. Aww. And basically, we all then get home. I then log on to British Airways website because 24 hours before your flight, you're allowed to pick a seat for free. So I log on and I got to go choose my seat because I wanted an aisle seat so I can just like slightly twist to the side and stretch my legs out. And it wouldn't let me. It's like 24 hours until check-in. I'm like, what? What do you mean 24 hours until check-in? It's 24 hours until I take off. So I then start feeling very stupid. It's like, Cadenzra? And she's like, yeah, what? And I open up the link and pull up my ticket information and went, look at the day and time I take off. And she's like, oh, yeah, you get an extra day. My wish came true. And she told me she made a wish for me to like stay longer on my holiday. That they had more time with me. So yeah, they got an extra day out of me, which was kind of awesome. And because I was like really like I don't want to go home. I'm having a great time. So yeah, I got. We did get an extra day, so I had to leave on Monday then instead of Sunday. Did you write fragile on the box? I kind of hope you did now that you said that. And hopefully it does survive the trip. And if it's well wrapped, it probably should do. And I didn't get kicked by any muggers. Oh, wait. The adventure story. Never mind. Guess one thing that'll be in the goodie box from Estonia. I hope it's not moose sausage, because I'm not eating it. I don't want to eat moose sausage. I'll get a bunch of Estonian newspaper. I did actually have one parcel once with some newspaper, and I read it. It was kind of interesting. I can't remember what it was, though. Yeah, I had a parcel, and it was still wrapped up in newspaper. I can't remember what it was, and it was years ago. The weirdest thing, though, who knows what Teletubbies are?
I know what they are.
Okay, well, I'll start to explain while the chat catches up. So, I'm hoping everybody knows what Bullfrog is and Theme Park as well. It's a very old school game. I actually ordered years ago when I was younger, still at school. My monitors keep stop turning off monitors, damn it. I ordered Theme Park off of eBay. And back then, you had the shoebox cases that the games came in. You have a sleeve you pull off, you lift up the lid, and the game's in this jewel case with all your manuals, because video games had manuals back then. And because you had the little indent for the game to sit in, sometimes the manuals would bend in. So someone put a Teletubbies sponge. It was the yellow one. Lala, I think. Not that I know Teletubbies. In between, so you had the game, put the sponge in, and then the manuals on top. So it actually kept the manuals nice and flat. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It's kind of funny, though. I've still got it. Still got it. There was something amazing to do with Albert, not edible. Ooh. Now I'm intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it doesn't take too... Oh, wait, hang on. Hold that thought. I have somewhere on Discord in my secret section that no one has access to. I have my own notepad section where I can leave myself notes and then just hope that I remember to read the notes. Okay, so I don't speak. Let's put it in English. That works. English mode activate. It's still in foreign. What's the date? Oh right, so it just says it's in Estonia. It doesn't have a town name. So before that, it started off saying it was in like going to post offices and stuff, and it's got what I presume is Estonian town names. It's now saying it's in Estonia. Shipment from country of departure. So on the 20th, it left Estonia. Where it is now, I don't know. So it's reached the post office, airport, wherever it ships out from. So it's potentially on the way. Ooh. I'm actually excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. Should arrive sometime this week.
It might do. It might do. I don't know how long it takes. I've had stuff sent from America before, and it usually takes about a week and a half. I actually had a friend from Final Fantasy XI send me a birthday card, which was opened up because she wrote on the card, inside is a million gil. So I think someone opened it up to see what was inside it, but obviously if you're a Final Fantasy fan, you know that gil is the virtual currency of Final Fantasy. She also drew a Mithra on the envelope as well. Aww. I still have it. Envelope and card. I don't know where it is. I've kind of in the process of reorganizing my room. I got to put stuff in storage and things. Oh. Earthquake in Greece and Turkey. Yeah, I heard about that. Sad.
Mm.
Yeah. So, anyone else got any questions? Is there anything you want to add, Cadenzera?
Not really. I just hope you can come back sooner rather than later. It was fun having you.
Indeed, it was fun being there. I like. Go on.
Well, I was just gonna say it was so sad dropping you off at the airport because I wanted to walk you to check-in and everything, but I probably would have started tearing up and all that stuff. So I kind of stayed at the car.
That's fine.
It seriously looked like you had Albert sitting on your shoulders while you're walking away. Although it just might have been something else because you're tall anyway.
Yeah. No, lad was Albert was in his little black bag he was in.
Yeah,
I had my
that's what
rucksack
I
and my bag and my...
It would be cool to go to the UK. I don't know where I would stay, and I don't know if I would ever have that much money. I still don't even have my passport.
They wouldn't let her in.
Yay!
Well, there's places in town you can stay, and there are you can stay in a British inn because we've got pubs in town that do they say it's an inn, but yeah, you got rooms. Guessing the town is where you're living in. It might be. I was a little bit annoyed about that because I was kind of hoping the PO box was a little bit more secretive than that because I only live in a small town. But yeah, it's where I am. Because I had 2 PO box addresses and one actually has the street name on. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely not going public. So
you're gonna get stalkers at your house?
Yeah. At least now they've got a town to try and find me in. And as I don't ever leave my house, it's fine. I'm not giving them the street address as well. Because you're filling out the form on the PO box and it's like, why do you need this PO box? Is it for business? Blah, blah, blah. And one of the options is security. I tick security. It's like, I'm not going to give out my house address to the public. It's like, okay, here. Have them still able to find you. It's like, what? No, that's not why I paid £200. But yeah, Cornwall's not too far.
Well, as long as you don't get strangers coming to the stream and trying to swat you, or delivering 100 pizzas to your doorstep.
I'd eat them.
Yeah, you would.
I'd eat them. I was at Ben & Jerry's, what was it, Verminator?
Oh, the Vermonster.
Vermonster, was it? Yeah. There was I'll get the photo. There was an ice cream. It doesn't look that big in this picture, but it was like the size of a bucket. it was huge. It cost $50. Well, you can see kind of how big it is based on the size of the table and stuff. And if you use that person's toe to scale, it was huge. It was $50 as well. I'm like, what kind of ice cream costs $50? And I was so tempted to buy one, but
That bu-
looking at it, yeah, go on.
that bucket's probably bigger or as big than someone's head. Like you could stuff your whole face in there.
Oh, you can actually see the ingredients in it. 20 scoops of ice cream frozen yogurt, 4 bananas, 4 ladles of hot fudge, 3 chocolate chip cookies, 1 chocolate fudge brownie, 10 scoops of walnuts, 2 scoops of your 4 favorite toppings, topped with lots of freshly made whipped cream. Shit the bed. That is. There's a half size version that's like half the price as well, but it's still pretty big.
Yep.
Cornwall's alright, it's a nice place. There's actually a lot of sights to see in England. Like locally to me, like if Cadenza and family came here, I could show them a lot. None of it occurs to me because I've been there, done that kind of thing. So it's like, like for example, Stonehenge is about a 30-minute drive from me. I've seen it. I've drove past it loads of times. So to me, Stonehenge doesn't strike me as a tourist spot, but I could quite happily take the guys there.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
One thing you would like as well is there's a safari park near me. I could take you there. You can see all the animals. It's like a drive-through safari park, so you can't get out of your car. Especially in the wolf pen, you can't get out of your car. But yeah, there's monkeys. The monkeys destroy your car, so I'd probably avoid the monkeys unless you really want to see the monkeys. And then you've got the old house there, and then there's just other attractions as well. So you could go there. There's lots of stuff we could do. Historical sites, there is lots. I mean, quite a lot of our buildings are older than America.
Well, older than the buildings we have here, yeah.
Yeah, well, I just mean like not obviously
Yeah.
the land, but the country is only. Why not with? Because the wolves will
Aw.
eat you. I think there's lions and tigers and stuff as well
And bears?
at the Maiden Fair.
Nice Game of Thrones reference.
I don't know if there's bears. I can't remember that. There were one has died, but there was 2 gorillas, male and female, that lived on an island, and they actually had their own like cable TV.
Wow.
They had their own favorite channel that they used to watch, and then they live on an island. It's quite a big island, and that was their enclosure. They were able to walk around and everything. They lived in a house. There was a house on the island. And that's where they had their TV and stuff, and the toys inside the enclosure. And outside they had trees and things to all climb on and whatnot. And then if you want to go see it, you get on a boat, and the boat drives around the island. Yeah, it's actually I've done it like multiple times. So to me, it's like, but I've been there, I've done it. But I could quite easily take you.
Mm.
It means I gotta drive, and I don't like driving.
There was another place that we wanted to go because we went to one of the zoos that's more local, and then there's a zoo in Southwick, which is probably an hour and a half away, but we didn't end up getting to go to that one.
Oh, is that the one that might have the moose that you feed?
No, that was Acacia. That's up in Trenton, Maine. That would have been like a 5-hour drive one way.
Hmm. So that's the funny thing. Well, it's not funny, but that's the thing about America and England. Like, if I went to go visit our extended family, they're all 3 hours away, which is like halfway up the country. Yet when we went to Vermont, that was like a 3-hour drive, and that's just like me on the map. It's just a tiny smidge across on the map. It's down the road. I don't think we have any moose in the UK. I wonder. Well, we've got no moose like locally, like natively in the wild. Trying to think what we got.
Wait,
They are trying to
you're in
reintroduce. Yeah, trying to reintroduce wolves into Scotland. See, you say Maine, but I don't know where any of that is. My American geography, actually my geography in general, sucks. I can barely get to the shop and back in one piece.
Maine is northeast of where we are.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like one of the northernmost states.
Hmm.
So, or pretty much the northernmost state. It borders Canada, kind of like Vermont and New Hampshire do.
Oh, okay.
So
Moose.
there are moose up there, and we were gonna go to the Acacia. It has another name now, but it used to be the Acacia Zoo or Arcadia. I don't know, but they had a moose there that you could hand feed at one point, but I don't know if it's still there. And we didn't get to call them, and it would have been a little over 5 hour drive just one way to get there.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of a bit worried about. Like, I know you guys are wanting me to see a moose, and you'd love to like take me to these places, but I just didn't want to keep putting you out, like making you do a 5 hour drive to go see all these things where there might not actually be a moose. I mean, I'm sure like there would have been nice sights to see, but like to spend like 5-6 hours driving there, you get there and it's like, well, there's nothing here. We now got to drive back like instantly. It's like, well, you've now got nowhere to stretch your legs, and I kind of would have been a bit. I would have been a bit sad.
Yeah, it's okay though. We got to do a lot of cool stuff, and there's always next time.
That is true, which might be sooner than you think.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, for those that don't know, I'm thinking about potentially going back at Christmas time. I'm currently hungry though, so I'm looking to see whether or not I should spend some money. Get a pizza.
Nom noms.
I bought some food yesterday and it was disgusting. Because there's a kebab shop near me. It's not very nice. I always order from there, and every time I order from there, I'm like, this is not very nice. I'm never ordering from there again. Yet I still do.
Oh my gosh, we could have visited caffeinated wolves, Walla.
Well, I didn't. Wolves? Don't you mean waffles? Why waffles? How did I misread wolves as waffles that one day?
Because you were hungry?
Might have been. Pizza's life. Well, I'm currently on Domino's website. Domino's is expensive, but
Pizza Hut's better.
we don't have
Do you
a Pizza Hut
have?
that deliver here.
Oh, okay.
There is one in like a couple of towns over, but they won't deliver here.
Yeah.
I remember that Pizza Hut that I bought me and you that one time.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And they had cookies too, I think.
Yes, they did.
Like this giant cookie cake thing.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the only one that reads it as waffles. I do see wolves. I think it's because I was just streaming and I just quickly glanced at the name and just seen W and S. And then kind of just filled the gap with whatever popped into mind. Because sometimes I can do that. Especially if I'm playing like a really hectic game. Speaking of which, what games do we have in the schedule? I can't even remember. Stellaris Monday, Factorio Tuesday, Baron Wednesday. I'm going to change Thursdays from Space Engineers to Seasons After Fall.
Yay!
Universalis. And then we've got Farming Sim and Ark on the weekend. I haven't played Ark in a long time.
I wanted you to play it over here and play the new Ragnarok map.
Yes, which I could have done, but it's just like I can play Ark like you said with Final Fantasy. We can do that when we're at home.
Yeah, I did want to do stuff with you while you were there. Like, we can't sit on the couch right now and watch anime or something at the same time. We can't go out to the zoo right now.
That's right.
So we wanted to do stuff together.
Yeah. I mean, well, with the whole anime thing, we can actually still do that with that new site I found, but obviously when you're both there, it's better.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley multiplayer? What? That's a thing? Ooh. That'll be fun to play with friends. It's a good game. We watched some good anime, though. I think the best one for me is definitely Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto?
Oh
It's
yeah.
just hilarious. To explain what it's about for you guys, there's this guy. His name's Sakamoto, and he's like really popular. He's handsome. All the girls love him. The guys envy him. And there's a group of bullies that basically just want to embarrass him and make him look like a fool. And they do things like pull his chair out behind him before he sits down. But the thing about Sakamoto is he's perfect in every way. You can never get a leg up on him. So when he does sit down and they pull the chair out from him, he just manages to hold his posture in a sitting position without falling down. And then they're like, what? Oh, it's just absolutely hilarious. And everything he does is just perfect. You can never... Oh, it's funny as anything as well. It is just brilliant. Like,
Yeah.
he's doing a sports day, and this one guy ties his shoelaces together. So he's running, and then he falls over. And then everyone's just like, yes, he's failed sports day. So he then starts running like a cheetah and catches up everybody and wins the race. It's just like, what? We just tied his shoelaces together. But he just adapts instantly and then just starts... Oh, the whole thing is just brilliant. I enjoyed it. It's in
Yeah, we didn't
Japanese.
even get to. Yeah, they didn't have any English dub of it.
I mean, I don't mind English subs because we've watched a couple that are in English subs, but it's just like sometimes when I'm watching things, I like to do two things at once. But when you've got to have subs, like if you were to talk to me while we're watching subbed anime, I'd be like, I have two choices: either respond to you and miss stuff, or keep watching. I can't multitask. I can't read and talk. So I don't mind because there was that one adorable one we watched.
Oh,
Kutsura-san.
there was Kutura-san. Yeah, that was last time.
That was last time, but that was subbed, and it was adorable to watch it.
Yeah, and then we watched My Love Story.
Oh god,
We
that
only
one.
watched a couple episodes
Yeah.
of that one,
That was adorable, but
and
I
then The Devil is a Part Timer.
that was funny. I like that one. That was a good one.
Yeah, I just like the localization on that because they get slang in there with having it sound natural. It's just too funny.
Yeah, it was well done. Yeah, sometimes the voice when they do voices and that it can be a bit wrong, or it doesn't quite translate right.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley multiplayer comes out at the end of the year. Is there any information on Steam? Because if there is, that would be actually kind of interesting to see. Because I've not followed any information on Stardew Valley in a while. I never completed it either. My save got corrupted.
That seems to happen a lot to you.
Yes, it does. It's actually quite frustrating. But it is a funny game. They've got a couple of little Easter eggs in there that's kind of adorable. Like in the game, it asks you what's your favourite thing, and if you type in the developer's name, it comes back with something quite adorable.
Aw.
I put in Moose. I was like, how does this play into the game? And then like one day you go to sleep and you dream of Moose. It's like, oh, okay, that's how they put it in. Like you dream of your favourite thing. And you wake up all happy because you had such a nice dream kind of stuff. We've pushed it a few times. Okay. Well, I suppose trying to get more... They're probably trying to figure out how it's going to work and stuff. I doubt... Well, then again, it depends on, like, are you all going to work on the same farm? Or I would imagine multiplayer is probably just co-op because having 16 people all working on the... I don't know. It could work out really well. But even if it's just co-op and that, I could, like who actually has it on my friends list? Oh, 14 people. Okay. Well, there's a couple there that I don't actually play games with. There's a couple there that I do. Well, we'll see how it works out. I'm currently deciding, should I just make something that's already in the kitchen or should I order out?
Depends on if you want to actually spend money.
I don't want to spend money, but I don't like cooking. But I haven't eaten all day. So if I was to make something, I would just literally open up the fridge and grab a slice of meat, and then that's my dinner.
You should probably order something then, so you get some nutrients.
Some nutrients. I'm looking at a fast food site. It'll be something like chips. I mean, fries. Actually, no, I can say chips. I'm in England. Chips.
Chips, bin, bonnet.
What do you say instead of
Rubbish.
bonnet?
Hood. The hood of the car.
Oh, okay. That makes no sense. Make something ourselves. Be healthier. There's no food in the kitchen. Like you open up the fridge, It's just got some meat and some cheese, some milk. Maybe I should actually
Sandwich?
drink the milk. I think the milk's going off. Then again, the bread might. I don't know when the bread was bought. I haven't done any shopping since I've been home. It was my brother that did it all, and he's not here. So this food was probably bought on Monday, so some of it's probably starting to turn. Like the milk. Oh, do you know what I had for my breakfast on Wednesday morning and Thursday morning? No, actually, I didn't have it Wednesday. Yes, I did. Do you know what I've been having for my breakfast every day since I've been home?
Ooh, is it what you buy here?
Yes. Reese's peanut butter puffs.
Yep.
They're actually
Reese's?
nice. I haven't got any. There was some Reese's bags of sweets in the airport. $15 for a bag of Reese's.
What?
Yeah. I was like, nope. And there was one bag. It wasn't much bigger than the normal bags. It was Reese's, Hershey's, and something else that's like part of the group. $15.
Wow.
There was an M&M store as well with like M&M merchandise. I didn't go there because I was looking around. I was basically trying to keep walking and stretching my legs before like the 8-hour flight. Although this was only 6.5 hours, it was an hour quicker going home.
Oh, just responding kind of to a comment is you tried cheesy chips over here, or chips and cheese.
Cheesy chips.
The cheese was like that squeeze can stuff. It was not good cheese.
Processed liquid cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like in England, if you go into a kebab shop or whatever and ask for cheesy chips, it'll be the grated cheese that they put on pizzas. That's what I was expecting. Fries with cheese, but it wasn't. I mean, the chips or the fries were nice, but he just put a dollop in the center. It wasn't even spread all over or anything. It was just one dollop. And it's actually hurt on my teeth because of the metal tin they put in it. Yeah, so it was just a dollop of gross cheese. It wasn't very nice. Reese's peanut butter cups are so good. They are. They're my favorite of all time. I just love eating them.
Yeah, my sister, I think the first or second day you were here, she brought you home like a 10-pack of Reese's just for you and put them in the freezer.
Yes, she did. And they were all gone.
Yep.
Within minutes. Well, they weren't minutes, but they were gone pretty quick. Yeah, if you get Reese's cups or like a bag of Reese's peanut butter stuff, put it in the freezer. Trust me. You buy Reese's by the case. I could buy a case of the Reese's 3 cups in the packs for like £30. I've been debating it, but then I don't know. We don't get that many in England. We don't get the variety the Americans do. And they're expensive because they're imported from the States. So I could buy a bag of mini cups from the shop, but it's like £3.50, where typically our sweets are like, a bag is like £1.50, £2. So you'd pay almost double for the privilege. And what is it, the fast bars?
Yeah, fast breaks.
They don't do those in England. And they're so nice. I had one on the way to Vermont and it melted everywhere.
Yep.
Don't worry, the mess was only on me. It didn't get all of your backseat or anything.
That's okay. I kind of made a mess at Ben & Jerry's anyway, since I can't eat ice cream cleanly. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I noticed you can't eat cleanly with ice cream. Yeah, this is off Amazon. That case that I could buy is off Amazon. Someone help me out. What should I get?
Well, you could either try making a sandwich and see what's in the kitchen, or order something yummy from Domino's.
I don't know if Domino's is still open. But Domino's is actually quite expensive.
Ooh, yeah. Over here, they're open pretty late. There's no like convenience stores you can go to and get like a meal.
Sorry,
Do you remember the
2 seconds, just taking off my headset, so I can't hear you.
Yep.
I had an American voice in my ear, and not yours either. It was another one yelling at me because the battery was off. Alright, waiting for her to say charging. There we go, now I can hear you.
Okay.
They shut at midnight. It is Saturday today, right?
Yeah.
They shut at midnight. So I could order from Domino's. But it's like really expensive. It's like almost £20 for a pizza, depending on the size. Like, I'm looking at that deals section, but it's all like multiple pizzas. Okay, so I could get a medium pizza and 2 sides, but I don't want 2 sides. A pizza would fill me up.
Do they do subs? That bit might be a little less greasy than a pizza.
I'm not worried about it being greasy. I can wash my hands.
Well, I mean, you eat all that grease and everything. It's not as good for you.
Oh, I'm already fat enough. I ain't worried about that.
Oh, you're not
Although,
that big.
I do need to lose weight. Hey,
Gonna...
I went back to work and I was already being teased about my weight.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was yesterday.
You didn't really gain anything while you were here. You were only here for 2 weeks, but we did eat on the unhealthy side, especially looking back at those pictures of shopping.
There might have been quite a lot of Ben & Jerry's ingested. They don't deliver to Estonia? Oh no. Midnight sandwich. Yeah, see, I could eat a sandwich, but it won't fill me up. Some years back, there wasn't even peanut butter in Estonia. What is this? Create your very own pizza legend and get 30% off. Okay.
Create a pizza legend?
Yeah, I don't know what that even means. Choose a pizza.
Pepperoni with mushrooms. Actually, double pepperoni with mushrooms, light on the sauce.
Okay.
And maybe extra cheese.
Stuffed crust.
Depends on what it's stuffed with.
Cheese, £2.50.
I don't think it's worth it for £2.50.
Go normal then. Alright, so normal Domino's thing, cheese. Oh, this is actually £7. Oh, okay, this is actually quite cheap. £7. Oh wait, I haven't added any toppings yet. £1.40 for a topping. So what shall I get put on it? Smuggle in Reese's? That sounds like an ideal crime. If I was ever to get arrested, it'd have to be for smuggling Reese's.
Well, you were smuggling pot noodles, sort of.
Well, yeah, technically. But it wasn't smuggling, I owned up to it. I'm like, hey, I have stuff in my bag that I'm bringing into your country. And they didn't even quiz me about it. It's just like, what have you got in there? I'm like, oh, it's chicken and noodle. It's pot noodle. It's dried noodles with chicken and mushroom in it. And he's like, oh, carry on. Like, last time, they dragged me to the side, x-rayed my bag, and then pulled out a big book of stuff to check if pot noodles are allowed in the country. Hence why I was late last time.
Yeah.
But this time round, I'm just like, oh, carry on. I'm like, what? And then I get to England, and I go to the... I'm going to leave to go through customs. The declare aisle was boarded up, and the do not declare aisle was unmanned. It's like, what? I'm just walking right through. I had nothing in my suitcase that I needed to declare, but it's like, but I'm just walking right through. No one's there pulling random people to the side. This is slightly scary. But I still need to decide on food. Like, shall I add a ton of meat on it? I'm actually hungry. Okay. Go away. Receive 10% when you spend £15 online. I actually do have a code somewhere for... Do I still have the Domino's menu on my desk? My desk is messy. It needs tidying up. No, I don't.
Oh, there's one other thing that we did besides anime and movie watching. We watched a playthrough of Undertale, the Pacifist Run.
That's right.
And it would have been so cool if you could have played that on the channel.
I could still play it on the... Right, so guys, who's heard of Undertale? The game, who's seen it, who's played it, who's interested in it, because like Kananja said, I saw a streamer, a YouTuber rather, play it on Pacifist Run, and I watched the whole thing, and originally I was like, I don't, because Kananja showed me her playing it, and I seen her play one of the hardest bosses in the game, and it was all just a clusterfuck, and I'm like, no, this doesn't look like my kind of game, it just looks, no. I then seen a guy do Pacifist Run, played it from start to finish, and it looked good. It looked fun. The humor was brilliant. I was laughing. Now, if I was to play at Pacifist Run, I've already seen it all, or most of it. And while some of the jokes will probably make me laugh again, it'd be like, I've already seen it. It's funny, I'm laughing, but it won't be like first time reaction on stream. It's like, oh yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah,
Unless I did neutral or what was it homicide,
Genocide Run.
genocide run, which are different games, different storylines. So I could do that.
Yeah, and I think you have to end with a neutral run. You know how you saw the big bad at the end? Like the first time you play the game, that will happen, and then Genocide is actually really short. You can finish the thing within like 4 hours, so maybe 1 or 2 streams, if you can beat the hardest bosses. But it does get really sad, it does get really dark, and it's not as good if you don't have the pacifist run through to remember, because you make so many connections to the characters that then killing them, it gets really sad.
Yeah. I mean, I could see how it could get sad, like after playing the pacifist run, because that one's just like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, Creamity, I'm home. Yes, we've just been talking about my holiday the entire stream. So yeah, if I streamed Genocide Run, it'd be like, for those that haven't seen the game, it's just like, oh, so what the hell's going on? I don't know these guys, so they wouldn't have the connection. But like, I would be worried about streaming the pacifist run because you wouldn't get even though I would react to stuff, I've already seen it. So unless I completely forget everything, which I know I've got a bad memory, but I'm gonna remember stuff when I'm playing it. So some stuff I'm just worried about, like, the reactions. There'll be genuine reactions, but I'm worried they're not going to be. It wouldn't be as good as if I was playing for the first time on a blind run.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of worried about that.
Well, you played MGS 5, and you had already played it before. So it'd be kind of like sharing an experience, and then if you wanted to, and if everyone watching wanted to, you could do the Genocide Run just to see what it's like.
True. Oh, you finally found your way home again. Well, that's good. That's always good. And yeah, the Metal Gear Solid run, even though I had seen like a lot of it, I still reacted to stuff that made me sad. Like the end of the game, I still kind of almost cried on stream, although I probably did. I was trying to hide it as best as I could, because that game is just sad. It ends, and it's just like, what human would not cry to this right now? Did you see the end of my Metal Gear Solid stream? I know I kind of told you what happened, but did you actually see the end of it?
I have not gotten to see the end of it.
Ah. Well, it's still very sad, because there's
Yeah.
a fight scene, and you're there cheering on the fight scene, because it's just, like, awesome. Although the reason why the fight broke out is actually quite sad and horrific. And then just the whole game ends really sad as well. And it's like, no! Don't do it. And then they do it, and then it's just very sad, because then you know what's going to happen. So
Yeah,
Undertale... Go on.
If you get an extra day, then you could put it in as just like something to do quickly, because it wouldn't take up too many streams. So you could do the pacifist run if people wanted to see it, then that would be cool. And then decide after if you want to try a genocide run. There's also like, there's so many endings to that game, you can play it over and over and over again, but the big ones are pacifist and genocide.
I'll think on it then. I will enjoy playing it, Wolves. Yes, I would. It did look like a fun game to. It was a fun game to watch, and it probably would be fun to play. There probably would be death, so you guys will enjoy it because they'll be failing and flailing.
On the genocide route, you could set up a death counter for certain bosses.
I could probably set up a death counter for both. For the whole, just like death counter for the whole run rather than just one individual boss.
Yeah.
Although I've seen the final boss because you did that fight, and that just looks like a clusterfuck.
Yeah. It took me a couple of attempts over multiple days. We'll just put it like that.
Pokemon Go Fest? Oh dear, that sounds terrible. Now, see, I did see the final boss, and I don't want to spoil it. And I'm going to message it to you, because I think I remember who it is, because I was thinking that when we were watching it. But the boss you fought, is it this person?
Yes.
I thought it was. I thought I recognized the face from what I vaguely remember seeing in your fight.
Yeah,
so
player,
that was...
Yeah, the YouTube person that we were watching said that there's more to that character than meets the eye, and there really is. there's this whole backstory to him that you didn't even get to see. Like, there's lots of stuff.
Yeah, I thought so. But you only learned that from the genocide run.
Right.
Ah.
And there is a way to get into his room.
Is there? I did wonder that.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't have known how to do it if I hadn't looked it up. But it's like you have to restart the game 3 times and then talk to him at a certain point.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, if you want to, I don't know if there's anything else to talk about from the holiday.
I don't know. I don't think there is. I don't know. I think we've kind of discussed most stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, the holiday's now blurring into one for me, so that's kind of why I wanted you here as well, to help me remember. Your memory is a damn sight better than mine is.
For the most part.
Oh, there is one thing I want to talk. You weren't there. This one is for game fans. So there was a day me and Kadandra's sister and boyfriend went to the beach. I'll use her online name, Fenrin, from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, and her, just so you know, her boyfriend's name is Dokyu online.
Dokyu. Okay, so me, Fen, and Dokyu went to the beach, and after that we went to a mall just to walk around, stretch our legs, get some food. I actually had a Reese's. We went to this one place. It was like a ice cream cup filled with Reese's stuff, and the lady at the shop tipped it upside down. Nothing came out, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. I had a large cup, which was like that. It got quite sickly toward the end, but I managed to finish it all. It was filled with Reese's peanut butter cups and Reese's like peanut butter flavored sauce and stuff. It was delicious. Anyway, so we're walking around, and we go into a GameStop, which is a computer game shop, and Fen asked one of the guys if they had any of these Zelda figurines from the latest Zelda game. And the guy's like, no, we sold out. And Fen was like, oh, that's a shame, because I thought there would be like ages until they sold out, because, you know, Link's kind of the main character. And this guy just got completely triggered by this, and he got quite rude, and he's like, oh my god, how did that not click with you that Zelda wouldn't be popular and would have been sold out within 2 days? Oh my god, how could you be so stupid? It's Zelda. I felt like turning around and saying, so why does Zelda wear green all the time? Or just something like that to trigger him further.
Oh, that would have been funny.
But I thought, no, he was raging that bad at your sister. I thought he'd start flipping stuff all over the store if I triggered him further. But he was just such a fanboy, and he got triggered over the slightest thing. And your sister was actually quite offended by this, and it was actually quite rude of him as a salesperson to like insult her like that. But he got so triggered. And it's just like, I'm there so tempted just to come out with one of my Zelda jokes. And I thought I'd better not, because he'd probably turn all green and rip off his shirt and just start smashing stuff. But yeah, he was very, oh wow, I was shocked. Not very good salesmanship. And, oh, but it was funny. I actually played a little Zelda. A tiny bit, but I played a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it actually looks like a fun game. And the graphics are cute and adorable. Like, they're not like terrible graphics, but they're not obviously PlayStation 4, Xbox graphics. But they were actually, I think the graphics suited the game.
Yeah, they're supposed to be more stylized, not realistic.
Yes, and I think it suited. It was very well done. Controls are weird though, but that's because I'm not used to that. I'm not used to the Switch.
Yeah.
So
it's hard switching controls.
Oh dear God, no. Puns are illegal. So my pizza so far come to £12. I've got chicken, ground beef, mushrooms, and pork meatballs on it. Tempted to add sausage. I think 4 items is good, right?
Yeah.
Unless I take out the mushrooms and put sausage on it, so it's just gonna be nothing but meat. Ever considered playing GTA 5 RP? I've never roleplayed any game, I don't think.
Well, no, you roleplayed Skyrim.
Did I? Oh, yeah, badly.
Oh, it was cute. You should bring it back.
I do want to bring it back. I do need to finish that playthrough. There was a game that's coming out soon that could be roleplayed. What is it? There was a game I was looking into that would have been like awesome to roleplay. I can't remember what it was, but it would have been brilliant.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about it. I can't remember what it is either.
Damn it! I think I'm going to check my Steam wishlist. It might be on there. It was just like, oh, that game will be really cool. Not that one, not that one. Nope. I can't remember what the game was about, so I don't know whether it was...
So do you role play through the main story, or do you do a GTA Online and role play with friends?
I imagine you'd do it online, because there are roleplay servers and stuff that you do online.
Mm.
You all kind of like roleplay. Like there's one like you could obviously just be a bad guy and then someone else roleplays a cop and... I mean, I've never roleplayed GTA. I can't remember what that game was. What was it? Wait, it might have been... Was it State of Decay 2?
I think so. Because you get to play with other people, so it would be more of a roleplay type thing.
Can't remember. I don't think it was Project Zomboid. I'm thinking zombies, but I don't remember. Don't remember. I had a bleed.
Hey, Toad!
Toad! Cheering 100 bits. Thanks, Toad. Hey, welcome back to Brexit Land and Switch. Thanks. Yay, Brexit. How's it going, Toad? I've missed you guys. I've actually missed like I've missed the herd, and I've also missed like the people that I play regular games with as well, like on Overwatch and stuff. Just missed everybody. But my holiday was well needed. I needed that holiday because I was literally about to drop dead, and it was a lot of fun as well. Am I against Brexit or for? We don't ask political questions here, CEO, because it just creates arguments. But I'm against it. I voted against. Yeah, I don't typically talk politics. I got a couple of friends. There was a friend I grew up... Well, I didn't grow up with because there's no one I grew up with because I was in the army. Well, I was in the army. My dad was in the army. We moved around a lot. So anyway, there was someone who I was in school with in my final school years. And she gets very passionate about politics when it comes to like general elections. She gets very passionate, and the party she votes for isn't one I vote for. So if she ever found out who I voted for, let's just say we wouldn't be friends anymore. I know quite a few people like that. But yeah, I don't think it's a good thing. I mean, since Brexit kind of got announced and stuff, like the pound's crashed multiple times, the stock market's crashed once, I think, but the stock market recovered. It ended up closing at an all-time high, like the couple of days later, or an all-time high since the credit crisis, the credit crunch, the financial crash, the recession. So yeah, everything's just gone to pot since, and it hasn't even happened yet. What game was it that I was talking about that's good for roleplaying? I cannot remember.
Well, I know you're excited for Mountain Blade 2.
Yes, that should be good. Did I show you that video that I seen? I remember saying to you that I watched a playthrough of it. There was like a siege and stuff.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Does look good. What game was it? There was a game. It was just a game. I can't remember what game it was, but there's a game due to come out soon. I think it's due to come out, or I've seen it, and it'd be like awesome for role-playing. Like with herd members and stuff if we were all to play it. I can't remember what it is. I'm looking on my wish list and I can't see anything jumping out at me. Unless it's a game that's not on my wish list, but it's due to come out. I really don't remember. Ooh. But, I mean, it'll probably come back to me, or I'll see it. I'll probably see it. Get that back. Right, so I've decided on beef, chicken, mushrooms, and meatballs. Should I... Actually, I'm going to get rid of the mushrooms and have sausage. So I'm going to order that. £12 for pizza.
Even more protein.
I like meat. Nom nom nom. Just ordering my food. Switch the mushrooms. I'm here for me to narrate my holiday. I am definitely just starting my stream. You're here just in time. I'm trying to think though, is there anything we haven't talked about from the holiday? They wouldn't let me drive.
Oh yeah, I was gonna let you drive in the parking lot. But yeah, I kept forgetting it. it would empty late at night, so I was going to take you out there, and you could drive around the left side of the parking lot for fun.
Yes, the left side. It is weird though driving. Like every now and again, I'll try and get into because I knew I was a passenger. Every now and again, I went to go in the passenger side of what would be the passenger side in England. It's like, wait, no, that's the driver's seat. Let's not do that. And then crossing the roads, I know I tease people about like left and right on the right, so like I say like driving on the left is the correct side and stuff. But when you are in a foreign country and you're trying to cross the road, it's like your instincts are like that car is coming towards you is on the side you're trying to cross sort of thing. Like if the road's split into like an island in the middle kind of thing, it your instincts kind of scream at you and it's like, I don't know how to cross this road. Could answer help. And then going round a roundabout the wrong way as well, that's just freaky as anything. Because your instinct's like, we're going the wrong way, we're going the wrong way. But it's...
Oh, we did take a drive down, not a drive, we took a walk down to Dunkin' Donuts, and you had actual donuts from there. You didn't have any coffee, though.
No. I had one donut. I had one s'mores. The rest of the donuts were all eaten pretty quickly.
Well, yeah. Oh, and you had a culotta, the watermelon culotta.
Oh,
those were so
nice.
good.
That was very nice. And it was needed. It was a hot day, so...
Yep. We did the car show right outside the apartment and then walked down to Dunkin'.
That's right. We don't have it upside down. We're right. Hey, remember, we colonized and conquered like half the world. What we say goes, okay? Although I do take personal... Well, I don't take personal responsibility, but it is our fault America kind of happened. So, sorry about that, guys.
Hey! Oh, I made a joke that we were going to take the tea that we bought and dump it in the Boston Harbor before driving him to the airport.
That's true. Oh, so my cosplay idea? I'm going to go as a red coat and have like everybody that goes with us, like Cadendra's sister and boyfriend and that, can go as my rebel prisoners.
That really wouldn't work.
Would.
We outnumber you.
Still. I
guess you can dream.
I'm now going to track it. I'm going to turn off the sound.
You can track a pizza order?
Yes. I don't know if this will work for you, but here's a link. No coffee. I don't like coffee. Unless it's got something in it, and then I can kind of stomach it.
Access denied.
Oh, that sucks. It's either because your American IP address or it's because it's not your order.
Yeah. They don't want me tracking down some pizza delivery guy and stealing the pizza.
Exactly. All the way from America.
Yeah, I'll just send a drone over there.
Just shoot the guy that's delivering my pizza. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I put a pile behind me of stuff that I wanted to show, but I didn't bring back much to show, did I? My suitcase was right on the limit, though, leaving. Right on the limit. Yeah. It's like 0.01 or 0.1 kilogram over.
Oh, did you get a picture of Franklin and Sparky together?
Yes.
And of any of the lizards?
I've got one of your sister's legs with Sol.
Oh.
I know.
That is something that happened, but I didn't know if we should talk about that.
Oh, we can do.
That's why we didn't go to the other zoo that we were going to go to.
That's right.
So
yeah, didn't go to the steakhouse either.
Yeah. My sister had a tegu named Sol. A tegu is like a little monitor lizard. So anyway, he's a little more than a month old, and she went to check on him right after we came home from a trip, and he crawls up onto her hand, and he ends up running off of her hand, falls maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and lands on his back and starts having a seizure. So he has a seizure, flips back over and walks a little bit, and he's still alive and everything, but he passed away a few hours later. And we're not even sure why. He didn't fall very hard. He didn't hit anything. He just passed away. So that was near the end of the trip. And the next day we were going to go to a zoo. And she thought if she saw any lizards there that looked like him, she'd start crying, which we probably all would have been a bit sad, and we're going to go to a steakhouse also before going up to Ben and Jerry's, but we didn't want to just be sitting around because she thought that doing stuff would help her more.
Yeah, which is understandable. Because, well, losing pets sucks, and people say it's just an animal, but they actually become part of the family. And especially when it's unexpected, like, because obviously he was a baby, wasn't expecting a baby to pass away. And then, like, with Cheeky, I know Cheeky was old, but he went to the vets to get his beak clipped and never came out, and it's just like, what? He wasn't ill that I knew of. He was whistling right up to that point, like talking. Okay, he was nervous whistling because he was in a place he wasn't sure of, but he was still whistling and talking to us. So they are family, and it does suck. And yeah, it was actually quite sad because he was actually quite adorable. I held him a little bit, and his tongue, because like they use their tongue for sensing, they taste their atmosphere.
Yeah.
And just like feeling his tongue against me was just like really weird. But he was adorable, but it was very sad. To answer your question, Toad, I've got 3 emotes on order last night. I ordered them last night, $150 worth of emotes. So I got 3 coming. I think they'll be liked. But yeah, I didn't want to import, because we got the 5. I say 5 and hold up 4 fingers, because we got the 5 for Better Twitch TV, because you guys have been able to use them already. I didn't kind of want to take them and then put them on Twitch and then hide it behind the sub wall, because you're allowed 1 per tier, because there's 3 tiers. You got the $5, the whatever, the $1, and then the $25. I think it's 5, 15, 25, and you're allowed 1 per tier, and that's it. That's all you're allowed as affiliate. You're not even allowed a sub badge, which kind of, I get it. It's kind of disappointing, but I get it, because obviously they don't want to give you, as an affiliate, all the perks you get as a partner, because they obviously still want us to work hard at streaming and work towards partnership. And if I get everything the partners get, what's the point in improving, right? I do get it. So it was a bit of a shame, because I had an idea in mind for sub badges. But yeah, I do get it. Why we don't. But yeah, the perks that we get as affiliates aren't as good as the perks partners get, so we still got to work hard on becoming a partner. I'm gonna keep streaming. I stream as a hobby. It's something I enjoy. It's fun. I don't aspire to be partner. I don't aspire for it to become a full-time job, because that's not why I stream. The point of improving is just numbers. Well, yes, it is. I'm kind of curious at how they're gonna like monitor us affiliates. Like, obviously, follower and viewer numbers are important, but now we can get subs. Like, if we say, "Oh, this affiliate has X amount of subs," does that make you automatic partner because you've kind of proved to Twitch you can pull in the revenue, or do you still need the viewers? Because if you had like 50 viewers and 50 subs, does that count for something, or do you still need like the 100 subs per stream kind of thing? The 100 views per stream? Or does subs kind of help weigh in? Because if you can prove you can pull in the revenue to Twitch, then obviously it's a good business choice. But I don't know. I don't know how it'll work, 'cause I never really looked into it. As I say, I can kind of get why there's no sub badge, because they still need to give us some incentive to improve.
I do like that you have a smaller community too, so that everyone can be heard. It's not just like a wall of voices shouting for your attention. Because I've watched like YouTubers who will do streaming that get really, really big, and they'll answer maybe 5 questions within a half-hour period, and they'll go on tangents and everything, but they have to sort through all of this stuff. And there's people that want to just get attention by like saying swears, or they'll just be like, "I love you," or some of them are even like, "You saved my life," which is very sweet, but it's like hundreds of those messages, and he's trying to pick out questions to answer.
Yeah, that would be one of my worries about becoming big time or famous or whatever. Everybody can be heard. Oh, the puns, and my monitors have turned off because I'm not wiggling my mouse. Yeah, I mean, like, I've seen like one streamer who has literally, no joke, 200 plus viewers per stream. And his chat is just a wall of text flying. And he can't answer questions. His mods have to do it for him. He will try and pick out like one line every now and again, but most of his stream is just him talking about the game. And he's not ignoring chat, but every now and again he'll like look over, answer one question, and that'll be it. the main way on his stream to definitely get noticed is to every time you donate $5, the message comes up on stream, and then you'll answer those questions. Obviously, hey Domino, welcome back. And I am actually worried about. I wouldn't want to become that famous because the herd, as like you say, we are quite a small community, but it's a nice tight knit community. Like everybody's getting to know everyone, and I said this to you while on holiday. What I love about our Discord server as well is I can go to work, come home, check Discord, and there's like 30 missed messages on Discord because herd members are talking amongst themselves, and I like that because even though I am obviously the streamer for the herd, you guys are also talking to each other and doing things together when I'm not around. You know, you're not just trying to vie for my attention. It's like, oh, let's go play Overwatch together. Like Ramses yesterday, I think, says, oh, I've got Overwatch, who wants to play? And a couple of you went off to play Overwatch. You know, it's not all, hey, Walla, notice me. Walla, let's do this. It's like, oh, hey, guys, let's go do something while Walla's not streaming. And I like that. Chats are very different when it comes to bigger streams. Some have great communities, and it's doable. I've seen a couple of partner streamers that have pulled it off. There's one partner streamer I like to watch, and his chats are smaller. They're like 50 viewers, and not everybody talks. It's lurking. And he will answer everything that's said, which is good. But yeah, when you've got like 200 people chatting and the walls just flying up, I imagine it is more difficult. But I don't personally watch a lot of partnered streamers. I like small streams. I like the interaction. And then, like some streamers, I like their fails. Cough, Toad, cough. I'm a better driver than Toad. It's fine. It's proven. And that's the thing I'm worried about, Toad, is getting to that point where you can't. I mean, like, if you want the interaction, like the true interaction, you can still do it off stream. You can talk to people in Discord, and you got the Twitters and all that stuff. You can still try your best to do it. But then, I mean, sometimes I can miss stuff on stream. Like if you're playing a game that does demand your attention, like if you were playing just Mass Effect, for example, and you're in the middle of a firefight, that will obviously take your attention for 5 minutes while you can like murder all the things. Follow a Minecraft streamer who has like thousands of followers, but you don't really watch her streams because it's not very personal or interesting. Yeah, I mean, like the partner streamer I watch, when he notices you typing in the channel for the first time per stream, like he always greets me as if I'm a friend. He's like, "Oh, Walla Walla," you know, and it's good to see you. How you doing? How's your day? And it makes him feel like we've been buddies for a while, even though he doesn't know much about me because obviously I don't get involved in his community too much. But that's my choice. I do watch his streams, I do take part in his chat, but I'm not there in his Discord, taking part in all the chats. But that's just because if I took part in every streamer's chats, I just have no time. I just have no time. There are a few communities I do try and take part in, but that's my choice, not because it's difficult to do that.
And it is good, like, I remember first coming to your stream, because you started streaming after your first visit to the US.
Yes.
And then I came in like halfway through one of your streams, and you usually greet everybody. Like if you see them come in, you're like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And you know some of what's going on in your viewers' lives. Like they'll share things with you, and then at the very end, you're just like, "Oh, if I don't see you, have a really nice day." And it was just a really warm ending to your stream. I think it was Mountain Blade that I first watched, but it was getting towards Christmas, and you were like, "Oh, if I don't see you, have a Merry Christmas, everyone," or Happy Christmas. It was just really sweet, and that's what kept me watching.
Not because I force you to.
Hey, I choose to.
That's alright then. But yeah. And I'm actually glad I did start streaming, because I've met like loads of great friends. I mean, talking of Christmas, like last Christmas, I played a lot of GTA with Toad, Kay, Doug, Fang. When Overwatch was free for a weekend, I'd spent that entire weekend playing Overwatch with friends. And there was that one streamed Overwatch where we were all having so much fun I got told off. But I've done a lot of that stuff since streaming, you know. I've spent a lot of time playing games with friends, and it's brilliant. I love it. Yeah, no, it is. I've had a lot of fun. It's not just trying to stream and play games. The communities you develop and stuff. Because when I first started streaming, I'm like, I watched a couple of streamers just to kind of get the idea of how to do it and that, and you get people, oh, thanks for the follow, and I'm like, okay, so I'll thank people to follow because it is nice. But then, as I started doing it more, I did like start to appreciate it. It's not fake. Oh, my monitors keep turning off. I don't just say it because it's polite, it's etiquette. It actually does mean a lot. And now I've grown a bit bigger. What means the most to me is the people that keep coming back, like the regulars. So I'm not really worried about follower count at all. I now like the whole community we're getting, and the regular viewers, the chats, and we get people that do feel welcomed enough to come back. Like, to take the example, not to put you on the spotlight, but CEO, you were saying that Nubis used to watch me and you kind of sort of rolled your eyes as, oh, here he goes again. He's watching that guy play games on the internet. And then you said yourself, you admitted that you kind of watched a couple of streams and then you actually enjoyed it yourself. And now you've been popping back ever since. And I like that sort of thing, that people do feel welcomed and they enjoyed enough to come back. And then as I say with Discord, you're all taking part in Discord and just chatting, even though I'm not even around. It's brilliant. Oh, thanks, Domino. I don't even make the community. Everybody makes the community. I just make sure everybody stays behaved and take part in it every now and again. Follow means even less now. Before, since the Twitch app update, the auto follow. That auto follow random streamers for newcomers. I'm not sure I understand what that means, Toad. I probably missed an update or something there. There's an autofollow? Yeah. Is an autofollow thing? That would actually kind of suck. I know they brought it out. They brought out a... I'm going to get a door knocking in a minute. They brought out a feature where you can lock your channel chat, because you've always been able to have sub chat, so I could now lock my chat and have only subs talk. But they brought it out a while ago where you can do that for followers. People have been following for like half an hour before they're allowed to talk. And I actually entered a couple of new streamers that had already locked, and I'm like, I just wanted to ask you a question about this game, because I will always go to the smaller streamer when I'm curious about a game, because I don't want to go on a partner streamer and not have my questions answered, so I'd always go to a smaller streamer. And this guy had his channel locked. Like, you have to be following him to talk. I'm like, well, I'm gone. I'm not staying. I will follow if I enjoy the content. I'm not going to follow because I want to ask a question. You forced me from following. When you launch the app for the first time, the app asks you what games you like, and then we'll follow 5 streamers. Oh, okay. When did that come out? I don't like that. Yeah, that's kind of sucks. A suggestion list is a good thing. Strange, and the smallest channels with donate buttons. Yeah, I wouldn't have that sort of stuff. And that's why you get followers. See, I don't check. I don't see viewer count. I don't see who's in channel. Because I don't want to kind of notice, like, if no one's... Because I do get some streams where no one's watching, which is fine. Doesn't bother me. But I don't want to kind of notice, oh, no one's watching, so I'm just going to sit in silence. Because if you're then sitting in silence because you think no one's watching, because the numbers are always slow to update, someone might actually pop in and you're actually not talking and they leave because it's just no talking. So I always talk regardless.
I've actually been guilty of that, like looking for a game that I liked and you weren't on streaming, so I was just kind of surfing around. And there was a guy that had actually followed me on Twitter, like randomly. So I went to his channel, was watching him, and he wasn't saying anything about the game. It was supposed to be a Let's Play, and it was an interesting game, but he wasn't talking or interacting with anybody. It was just kind of cold feeling, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those streams. It's just like, I've now got no reason to stay. Like, I could just go watch... I could just go play the game myself if I want to be sat in silence and see a game played. I could just go play it myself.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want a high follower count, vodcast 24/7, one popular game. Yeah. Just play League of Legends, one match on repeat constantly.
Or lots and lots of Overwatch. Just become a pro Overwatch player.
I already am.
Oh yeah, you're a pro Mercy, right?
Yeah. Did I tell you about that time? Actually, I was playing Overwatch on Mercy, and I was doing some competitive, and I got in a group of guys, and they were like they played Overwatch competitive like in the same group, and they were desperate for healer because no one ever wants to play healer. And I'm like, oh, I'll be. My monitors keep turning off. I'll be your Mercy. I love Mercy. I'm a main Mercy, and so they're like, okay, come along. And they were like, oh my god, best Mercy ever. Always, because there was some guys that always just like go ball to the walls. They'll just jump in and expect to die because they've just jumped right in the middle of it. And they're like, hang on a minute, I've just been going crazy. Why am I not dead? And they look around and it's just me healing them quite merrily. And it's like, wow, you've just saved me from like death like 3 times. And I'm like, I'm just a healer. I do what I do. And they said that I was always in the right place at the right time healing the people that needed it. And they're like, right, we want you in our group. So they actually invited me to join their competitive group. This was during Season 3, I think. Was it Season 2, Season 3? We're in Season 4 now. Which I actually haven't done any placement matches for. Which is probably over as well. I haven't played Overwatch in a while. But yeah, they were swearing. They swore blind that I was like the best Mercy ever. But I'm not that good. I've streamed a couple of Overwatches. People have told me they don't enjoy it unless they're playing the game because, yeah, if you do, there are too many things to go on. It is difficult to keep up with chat. And then also, if you are on Discord or TeamSpeak with other people, you do tend to find that you're talking to them more than your chat. So, and then, yeah, I'll quite happy to play some MP games, but it's depends on the game. Like when we played Magicka during my 24-hour stream, that was brilliant. That was a lot of fun, and I think there was some chat interaction. I'm not sure. But I am guilty of ignoring chat a little bit when I have got other voices in my head. And if there's a lot going on, I am a bit guilty of ignoring things. So I am always skeptical of those sort of games. But they're fun to play. Like, I do like playing with friends.
And I think it's a good choice for the 24-hour stream since people are popping in and out. Or just if you have longer streams or bonus streams.
Yeah. I'm gutted as well that my 24-hour video is corrupt. I need to find out if I can fix it. Because now I've got some video editing software. I kind of want to be able to try and break it up into chunks so I can actually upload onto YouTube because it was a brilliant stream. I had a lot of fun. Have I considered playing PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds? You're not the first to ask me. Someone else asked me.
I did.
It was you, was it?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like my kind of game because it's just constant. I mean, I like some PvP stuff, but I'm not a massive fan of PvP. And also, I don't know, it just... That whole Battle Royale genre that's popping up at the moment, there's a few. It just doesn't look like my kind of game. There are a lot of downtimes, it's not all. Yeah, I've seen some people going around for a while with no action, but then... I don't know. I mean, it looks like a fun game, but I just don't think it's for me.
Yeah, that is what you said about Undertale also. And Ori and the Blind Forest.
Sue me. Ori was fun. Hey, you should tell your sister, though. Let her know Ori 2 is being developed.
Oh, she knows. She linked it on Facebook.
Yes, it was her who I found it out from, but I keep telling her. There was a day I forgot it was her that told me, and I was like, oh, did you know Ori 2's a thing? And she's like, I was the one that told you. I'm like, were you? So ever since I've been kept telling her, reminding her as a joke. I'm waiting for the door knock, but I'm kind of sat in the dark. The whole house is in pitch black, so I'm kind of wondering if they think, is this a prank?
Oh yeah, the driver should be there by now, right?
Hopefully.
Wait, you tip drivers there, right? Because you said you don't really have to tip in restaurants.
You don't tip drivers.
What?
We're stingy bastards! We don't tip.
So they get paid more over there too? Just like waiters and waitresses?
Well, there's the minimum wage. You have to get minimum wage regardless of your job.
Ah.
I mean, you can tip them if you really want to, but I mean, like the whole waiter and waitresses, I can kind of get. Like if they're, I mean, you can tip here. It is a thing. It's just not as. It's not. I would say, from my time in America, it feels required. Like you have to tip, even though I know it's optional, but you kind of.
Yeah, there's kind of a social stigma if you don't, but there is a growing number of people who think it's dumb to have to tip because the waiters and waitresses should get paid more than they do. Like they should
Yes.
get the required minimum wage.
Yes, I agree. Um, but I do find that over there, I mean, I said this to you as well. Like your waitresses and waiters, they are very friendly. They do try and make you feel welcome. A couple of my bugbears about it because they keep asking you, like they're there every 5 minutes. Is everything okay? Is everything nice? It's like, hang on a minute, I'm just trying to have a conversation with my friends and enjoy my meal. Can you like back off a little bit? Although I do know that they are trying to make sure that you are enjoying everything, so it's kind of okay. But it's like, if I want something, I'll just kind of like raise my hand or something, or try and get your attention. And then sometimes it's like, oh, be right back.
Yep. Sound like you tripped over something. Real intermission! I wonder if he'll show us his pizza.
I has pizza! It is dark here. I tripped up on my suitcase. My suitcase is in the hallway. I have not unpacked yet. I was kind of waiting for the weekend, so tripped up on that. So as I was saying, it sometimes because they are really nice and really friendly and like, hey guys, how you doing? How's your day? And how's your meal? And there was one when we went to the Cracker Barrel. The guy was asking me, do I like football, as in English, soccer. And he's like, oh, I was going to ask you about your team because I've got a team. And I'm like, okay, what's your team? And he's like, I support Chelsea. And I'm like, oh, get out, go away. And it was a bit of a joke, but sometimes I'm like, is it all genuine or is it is it fake because, he just wants his tips. And that's what I kind of don't like about the whole tipping thing. Plus, like with drivers. Why tip a driver? He's just drove from A to B and given you your food. He hasn't actually made it. Okay, he could have probably spat in it or drove really slow, but if he's slow getting there, then it's like you'll just complain. Okay, pizza. I don't know how this is gonna... Oh, something's just fell out. It's okay, it's dip. I have garlic and herb dip, so no one's getting a snock tonight. Okay, there's my pizza. It's got chicken, meatballs, sausage, pepperoni. What was it? Ham. I can't remember. There's lots of meat on it. Nom nom nom. I could turn to social eating, but social eating rules require I need 2 cameras. One on the food, one on me, and I got to talk about the food I'm eating.
Really?
Yes.
That's so weird.
It's social eating. It's a Korean thing. They like social eating, like just sitting around and talking when eating, I think it is.
It smells like someone just made something here, one of the roommates.
Oh.
I think they heated up some... It's KFC, I think, actually.
Win free pizza for a year. I would actually do that. Social eating kind of flopped on Twitch, did it? Well, if you... there's some ways it could work. Like, for example, if you did a creative cooking stream and then ate it afterwards, that's kind of cool. But if you're going to bring out a whole thing for the world based on one country's... what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's a Korean thing. So if you try and bring out...
like cuisine from each country?
No. What I'm saying is that the whole... They brought out social eating because it was a Korean... It was a Korean thing. So they kind of made it like a worldwide Twitch thing. You could do it on Twitch based on a Korean custom, is the word I was looking for. So it's a Korean custom that they brought out on Twitch. So not everybody's necessarily going to do it. Like, I wouldn't want to... Although I'm about to. I wouldn't want to stream eating. But I'm going to because I'm still talking and this is going to get cold, so... But then IRL. I like the IRL thing. Because technically speaking, if it wasn't for IRL, I wouldn't have been allowed to do what we've done tonight.
Yeah, that's true. You would have had to like put up a game that you can easily talk over, I guess.
Yeah. So I could have streamed Solitaire. Well, I don't know. I could have streamed a game where there's no action and it doesn't matter if you're not paying attention. But that's what I would have had to do. Whereas this time around, I don't have to play anything. I can just sit and talk, and it's IRL, which is, it's relevant because I'm talking about me. I'm talking about the holiday. Nice pizza. You want pizza? I know. I'm hungry. I'm starving. And I do like the IRL thing. I know, intermission, it doesn't fit. I will show you. I had a thing, and I was going to use it. I do have an image I had made before my holiday. This is going to look weird. But it doesn't fit because... There we go. Right, so it's a talk show scene. So it kind of... This would have been more relevant because I could have had... Today's subject would have been holiday. At the bottom bit, I could have had some text. That would have been more relevant, but there's nowhere for chat. Now, this was designed because I wanted to do some video stuff and that on my holiday. I wanted to, like, at the con, I would have set up and talked about the convention, but I never did. That would have been fine for that because there's no live stream. But because it didn't have a chat, I kind of thought, well, because it's a live stream, people aren't going to see what's being asked and my questions. Although I could read out every question, but sometimes there's like background chatter that's going on. There's not an actual question for me. And obviously it doesn't pick up all your reactions and things like to stuff. So now I got pizza in. You're all talking about pizza, and I'm not going to read out everybody's bit of chat, but I can see that people are talking about pizza. And now I'm going to mention Toad's thing, which, what's the meaning of life? And then Major Undead's like, pizza. Well, yes, I agree. So I would read it out like that, but then I'm not exactly in a normal circumstance going to go, Cadendra's just put XD, meaning big smiley face. But that shows up on stream, so there's no need for me to talk about it. But if I didn't have chat visible, that kind of extra stuff's missed out. That's why I like having chat on stream, because even though during a live stream you all can see it, I can't see my pizza. But when people watch it back on a recording, they do get to see all the text. That's kind of why I like having it on stream. Oh, I could have chucked in free stuffed crust. My monologue just made you laugh out loud. Oh, good. Can't you add a chat? I could, but it just looks out of place. Nom 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 nom.
I should have pushed you or, like, tried to get you to do a little bit more vlogging. Because I thought it would have been nice to sit down one night and just be like, we just spent the night at Kineticon, such and such happened, and, like, talk a little bit about it there. But we were so tired after every night, because it's like an hour to hour and a half drive just to get to the convention center, and then we left around 9, maybe a little after, which isn't very late, but after you've been walking around all day, you get pretty tired. We
were there all day, so yeah, we weren't getting back in about 10, 11 o'clock. And that was my plan. My plan was I was going to set up camera and talk about each day after it happened. Assuming something happened, it wasn't one of our relaxing days. Because there was a few days where it was just a chill out day where we just watched Netflix, because you obviously don't want a holiday from your holiday.
Yeah, it was nice to just kick back and relax. And then you were sick the first couple of days and wanted to make sure you were all better, because, like, I was a little bit sick and I missed the last day of the con, but I've been to it before. Like, this is my like 6th year going. I don't know. But anyway, like, it was your first convention. We wanted to make sure you got the most out of it.
Yeah, and I did. But yeah, we did. Good. We get back late. And even myself, it's just like, got back late. It's just like, right, I'm just getting into my pajamas and I'm just going to lay down now. The only day I didn't go straight to sleep was when Dokyu, Kodendra's sister's boyfriend, came out and was like, hey guys, I don't want to worry anyone, but Koda's not in his cage.
Oh, yeah. My sister's iguana escaped his enclosure, and we don't know how. He has a very large enclosure because he's a very large lizard, and it has multiple latch points. So she can, like, take him out or feed him or clean the enclosure. I don't like calling it a cage because it is a giant structure. So anyway, he got out, and we could trace his path of destruction around the house. He got out, went into the living room, knocked over a lamp. Thank goodness it didn't break. The cats must have chased him at some point. He ran around the back of the couch into my bedroom, mine and my boyfriend's, up onto the headboard of our bed, around to the bookcase, and knocked over a whole bunch of stuff and some of my cosplay supplies that are on the bookshelf, and then ended up resting in front of our TV in the bedroom. And he was just sleeping there, and neither of us saw him when he got in. Like when we went into the room, he was like, he was sitting so still that we walked into our room and didn't even notice this like 4-foot lizard on our entertainment center.
It was funny.
Yeah, when we finally found him, we're like, "Oh, I hear something." And I was looking at my desk and my computer and everything, and then I look over to my left, in front of the TV, and there Coda is just sleeping, like nothing happened.
Yeah, no fucks given.
Yeah. Well, he's such a big lizard that he doesn't really care about anything because he can take. I think he could take the cats. We wouldn't really let them play together.
He actually never got like if you're in the when he's in his enclosure and that sometimes he might lunge towards you. He never lunged towards me because he could never get taller than me. I was always taller than him.
Yeah.
So obviously when he's on his highest point, I think he's taller than you and your sister, isn't he?
Yeah, the cage is I think it's about 6. But yeah, you were taller than him, so he just kind of looked at you.
Yeah, he was just like, yeah, I'm not messing with you.
Yeah, and it's weird because he can be like a docile lizard and everything, and my sister's going to work on socializing him more, but it's just hard when you have a lizard that gets that big that quickly.
I did see your sister, she was like stroking him, for lack of a better word, she was like petting him. And she's like, oh, do you want to come stroke him? I'm like, no.
Oh, yeah.
He'll eat me. But yeah, he was just there, like, just chilling out and having, like, his chin rubbed and stuff like that. And he was just there, like, yeah, this is the life. My pizza's falling over.
She can take him out, have him on her lap. She's given him baths before. And he swims like Godzilla. Or I should say, Godzilla swims like iguanas.
We had a dog. He was adorable. He knew that the couch was off limits. But when my dad went away on like army exercise and stuff, he knew my mum was the softer parent. So he would like climb up on furniture and my mum wouldn't tell him off. Oh, he knew. He knew which parent was the softer one and which one he knew not to push. Even though he was like a dog. It's like, as well, beds were off limit. But when my dad was away, he'd like climb into bed with my mum and just sleep next to my mum. He knew.
Aww.
He knew.
Yeah, our cats are allowed pretty much everywhere except for onto the counters. No, like, food services, but they'll jump up onto the couch with us. They're so cute. I am glad that Sparky kind of warmed up to you. She can be a very, very skittish kitty.
Well, I think she kind of warmed up to me instantly. She didn't run away from me once, I don't think. Unless, maybe on the first day I turned up. But then after that, she was just like, I don't know if they remembered me. Or if she was just, like, in a good mood.
Oh yeah, how is the pizza?
Pizza's very nice, but it's getting cold quick. So I don't know whether to keep eating it or end stream and then go eat it. But yeah, no, the whole holiday as a whole it was a lot of fun. It was actually, there were some days we got back and it was just quite tiring. Especially the convention. We had a couple of days after the convention to just relax.
Yeah.
And that was needed because, as you say, the convention, you were there literally all day, like 8 till 9 or 9 till 9, whatever. You were there the whole time.
Yeah.
And even though we had the opportunity to sit down, it's a whole day out.
And I'm kind of bummed because I don't know if you guys went out there, but the food trucks were there on Saturday because of Riverfest. And there was like a whole big thing happening out there with like singers and stuff.
Oh,
so I didn't know that was happening. That's why we got the fireworks that night, though, is because of Riverfest for the celebration.
Yeah, your sister said the fireworks that were there because of Riverfest. Because I saw the trucks on Friday, but it was pouring down with rain. I wasn't sure if they were there for something else or whether, if they were there for the Kinetic Con's benefit. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, there was a thing they do at the riverfront. Could have gotten more pictures, but I think we got a lot of good stuff in anyway.
Yeah, we did. Mercies. Lots of mercies.
Night night undead.
Alright, Major and Dad. I'm trying to think actually if there was an attractive mercy. I think there was one.
The one in the Halloween costume was pretty good.
Oh, yeah. That was actually a very good costume.
Yeah.
Did I get a photo of that one? I can't remember. I think I did. I think I got her and a couple of other Overwatch characters. What day was that? Friday or Saturday?
That was Saturday, because I don't think we went to any photo shoots on Friday because it was raining. And we went to the Final Fantasy photo or wait. No, we got up to leave to go to the photo shoot on Friday, because I remember we were eating or something, and we're like, oh, the photo shoot's happening in like 2 minutes. So we went out to the stairwell between the Marriott and the convention center.
That's right. I'm just quickly looking through Saturday's photos, because I did get a photo of... They were inside the... I don't know what to call it. The... where the board games were. The games room.
Board gaming area.
Oh, that's the phase. I got a picture of the phase. Your sister in the Mithra or Makote. Was it a Mithra or Makote?
I think it was a Makote. Yeah, it was a Makote. Because they didn't have the weird nose.
I don't think I got a photo of them then. Ah, I got a photo of a very good Reaper.
There were some good Roadhogs too.
Ah, I did get a photo. It's Mercy Witch, a random diva, which was more in a swimming bathing costume than the actual thing. And then random person I don't recognise, so I don't think there was actually Overwatch. Is everyone else going to bed, or are they just saying goodnight to... Actually, I should probably go to bed. Not go to bed, but I should probably think about wrapping it up. Just so I can eat my pizza before it goes cold. But we've actually done a whole full stream of just chatting nonsense. I was like I thought I'll do a stream, but it'll be like 20 minutes of talking about my holiday. But we've actually talked about my holiday, and it's actually took longer than I thought it would, which I'm actually happy about, because I wanted a full stream. I didn't want to stream for like half an hour and just be like, yeah, thanks guys, bye. Yeah, it's actually, I've enjoyed it, and it's just been different, just to chill out and just relax and chat to guys. I'd like to do IRL streams. I think the concept's brilliant, but I wouldn't know what to do IRL streams about. As I said, my life's a bit dull. The only other thing that we got to try and do is sort out a D&D stream.
Oh yeah,
that could be fun. I've had my emails open all this time as well, and it could have made pings and noises, but it didn't. That's good. Still waiting for the gameplay. Well,
there were photos. Does that count?
There was photos being shown on stream. Actually, Fenrir, Cadendra's sister, asked me to email her all my photos I took to her, and I've asked Fen to send me photos that they've took. So we've all asked for each other's photos, so we can we've got everything that was took. And I emailed Fenrir the zip file and put in the title Albert's Nudes. It went to a spam box because it had nudes in the title. But it wasn't a lie, because there were photos of Albert in there, and Albert doesn't wear clothes, so it wasn't a lie. My favourite photo, though, I haven't got it, is the one of Albert at the beach.
Oh yeah, the one you posted earlier?
Yeah.
That is a really good photo.
He's just there with sunglasses on, he's just chilling.
Yep.
It was fun. Actually, the whole holiday was fun, and I am planning another one, but I don't know whether it'll happen or not.
Oh, and I didn't get to see, but you had weird tan lines. You got sunburned oddly because you didn't spread the sunblock around, remember?
Yeah, I didn't put sun cream on myself properly, so I got odd tan lines and streaks, and I got one on my stomach, because it was spray suntan lotion, so I got one on my stomach, which is a bit of a circle, but it's got white areas where the spray tan actually hit, but then it's red where it wasn't hit, so it just looks really weird. But no, I'm not taking my t-shirt off so you can all see, because that would get me banned from Twitch. Plus, I'm not taking my t-shirt off so you can all see, because that would get me banned from Twitch. Plus, I'm not taking my t-shirt off, because... no.
You do have a really good farmer stand, though.
Yeah, that shows up in a few photos where my t-shirt was quite shorter than... Well,
You can almost see it right now.
yeah. That's because I wear a shirt at work, so I'm obviously always outdoors, so my arms get quite brown, but where I've got the t-shirt, it's... Because you're not allowed to take your top off at work because I work at a school, so obviously you're not allowed. It's like the same, the front of my neck's got it, and back of my neck. I'm already talking about it, I got a shirt, I just have. As in that tan. I can't show the actual tan lines on my body because Twitch will ban me for nudity. It's a forbidden thing on Twitch.
It's not nudity.
It's the rules of Twitch.
You can't show nipples?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You gotta be clothed at all times.
I mean, you're wearing a hat and headphones. That doesn't count?
I'm not wearing trousers or a top, but yeah, I'm wearing a hat, so that's not naked, right? I am wearing well, I'm wearing jeans, so. You don't want to see my nipples? Now I'm offended. Just put duct tape. See, there were people at the convention that had cosplays that were topless, and they had plasters, or what Americans would call band-aids, or some people did put coloured tape to match the rest of their cosplay stuff.
Yep.
Because I think one year they kind of banned nipples.
Oh yeah, they actually did. They had 3 people kind of kicked out of the convention center, and they had to go to the cosplay repair station and craft bra garments that would match their cosplays, and then they went back into the convention center, and the people still gave them shit for it.
I mean, guys can go to the beach topless, and depending on the beach, so can women. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like in England now, they're trying to stop it from guys from casually walking in the streets with their top off, because it's just not... I don't know what the wording was, but it's just... Yeah. It's like, really? Okay, I can understand women not being able to, because that's just the way the social world is, but Cadens was telling me in America, you can walk around with your top off if you're a guy, but if you want service in a shop, you've got to wear a t-shirt.
And pants and shoes.
You can show tits and stuff, but not yet nipple. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that. It's like they show violence more on TV than they do people loving each other. Loving each other being a euphemism, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, women aren't allowed to on all our beaches. You can go to a topless beach or a nude beach, where you can then go topless, or if you go to the nude beach, you can go full nude. But on your normal beaches, your family beaches, women will have to wear a top. But the guys, I mean, obviously this is a whole debate you can speak to about for ages, but the rules say shoes and shirt required, so you can actually not wear trousers.
Well, the thing is, no shirt, no shoes, no service.
So you could actually go in your underwear.
Well, there are laws against indecency, but if you're strictly adhering to what they say, then yeah.
Me being naked in my house is indecency. But yeah. That rule, shoes and shirt, then yeah, just go without trousers on. I suppose that allows shorts. Short pants. Americans in their lingo.
Hey, you actually wore your shorts for the first time.
Yeah, I bought 3 pairs of shorts. I can only wear 2. There was one pair that was just way too tight.
Yeah, I can't remember where we were going out, but you went to change and you're like, nope.
Yeah. They were more than snug. Which is weird, because the size should have fit, but apparently the size meant something else. Yeah, so I had to get out of those shorts pretty quick. I'm wearing jeans. Look, I'll show a bit of leg. Look, jeans! And socks. There you go, if you saw my foot.
Oh man, leg hype.
Yeah.
Oh, you did bring your razor home, right?
My razor?
Yeah, didn't you bring a shaver here?
Yeah, I brought a beard trimmer.
Is it bright silver?
No, it's black.
Oh,
It's in my
yeah.
suitcase.
Okay, good. Just making sure, because it's been like a different one that Doku had.
Okay, my monitor's turned off and it kept interrupting Discord, so I didn't actually hear what you said.
Oh, I found one in the on the bathroom sink, and I was hoping that it wasn't yours,
Ah,
but it must be a different one that one of my roommates has.
it's just a stranger's razor. Crotchless straight jeans. Well, do you want me to stand up and prove it? No, I'm alright. Stripy socks, yes. I bought new socks for my holiday. Because my socks just go missing. It's just a mystery that no one can ever solve. Socks just go missing. And I'm wearing my new Albert the Moose t-shirt. And my new Albert the Moose hat. They actually did a better job this time with this t-shirt. Because on my old t-shirt, the blue was darker. They couldn't match the blue for some reason. You heard me talking about nipples, and I asked my customer, can you hear the talk in the background? She said yes. Oh. Was she asking about nipples? Wash machines are sock eaters. Actually, I'd say it'd be more than dryers.
Oh, they get eaten by the lint trap?
Hmm. I don't think I forgot anything, though, did I? You haven't found anything random that's British?
No. Nothing so far. Don't worry, we'll throw it in the harbor if we do.
That I could actually believe. So it could be the washing machine then that's eating them. But I just don't know where they go. I mean, people at my house say it's not them. And then they accuse me of stealing their socks. It's like, but I don't have any socks. So
It's
someone's
the
stealing them.
elves. Well, elves or gnomes. It's one or the other.
It's the gnomes. There you go. Tojo said gnomes after you said it.
Oh man, I didn't even see that till after I said it.
Well,
Yes,
he typed
that.
it after you said it, so.
Ah.
Hairbands and bobby pins. Well, I know if Cadenza and her sister's hairbands go missing, that's easily explained.
Yep, Franklin. He loves his hair ties. Oh, he's actually. Or wait, no, that's Sparky. Sparky and Franklin have the same coloring. Sparky is a little slimmer and a bit bigger with a longer tail, and you can actually see her eyes.
I was gonna say, and she has eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Frank. That's how I tell.
Yeah, we love.
Last
Oh yeah,
time,
when you look at their face.
Yeah, last time I could tell, even if like they had their back to me, I could tell which one was which. But this time I didn't quite figure it out. But yeah, so I just look at their face.
Yep.
Oh, I felt bad though. One time I was sat on the sofa and I just leant back and I heard a squeak and looked behind me. There was Sparky flying off.
Oh.
She was sat behind me and I just leant back and made a squeak. Is this truly an intermission? No, it's me. I've been on this scene like all evening. And I'm not going to blow up my face. I need my face. Although it might improve it if I blow it up. What do you mean, like increase the size of the camera?
He's been twice. Unless there's a time I don't know about.
No, it's just twice.
Yeah.
Want to see more Scotty? No one wants to see more Scotty. Yeah, because last time I came, I had to give my fingerprints and my mugshot was taken. Which are all still on file.
Yep.
Which is actually slightly worrying, but Data Protection Act and all that.
Yeah.
What? What? Oh, so Kevin Kerr, I've the emotes I've got coming. I think you'll like the first one. I don't know, should I tell people what they are? Yeah, so when I landed first time in America, they took my fingerprints and took a photo of me for their file. So when I went this time, I went to a machine and I had to put my hand on a scanner, so they took my fingerprints and then it took a photo of me. And then either the machine or someone sat somewhere else that just confirms they match. It's just so if I commit a crime while in America, they know who did it. Well, that's my guess.
Yeah. They document everyone coming into the country, or at least they try to.
Yeah, everybody that enters legitimately.
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
like, I think it was your sister said, like, they've got my fingerprints but not hers. It's like, how's this even right?
I thought they do fingerprinting when we're younger, I thought.
They want to. I know, I don't know what country it was, but some countries started talking about fingerprinting and DNA testing, like, all newborns.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, there was a big protest about it. Giving Walla wings. Oh, I forgot about that. My memory is awful. I forget stuff. Ask Cadanzra. Wait, did I actually forget much stuff?
Not really. You did forget that you asked my sister how much she thought that Albert cost, like 2 times at least.
Oh, they were jokes.
Okay.
Because there was once when I did actually forget, but then after that I kept asking her because it was just a joke. But there was one time I did actually genuinely. There was something else. I thought I forgot a whole conversation.
Could be.
I think I
don't
forgot
remember
an
either.
entire conversation.
Oh, yesterday after I had my endoscopy. Oh, that was bad. Was I talking funny? Because I was talking to you on Facebook a lot. Was it just like...
Your sister told me some stuff, and I was in fits of laughter. I'm like, damn it, I wish I was there. I would have teased you so much if I was there. Oh. What will the mangoes say?
Yeah, because my sister loves mango, and apparently she wanted orange juice because seeing me with... I think I was still hooked up to some of the stuff because they need to monitor your vitals while you have an endoscopy, which is where they stick an endoscope down your throat to see what's in your stomach, because I've been having random stomach pains. Nothing like yours, Walla. Nothing like that. But she came in and wanted some orange juice because seeing me like that made her feel a little bit faint. I'm like, what will the mangoes say? Like, you're being a traitor to the mangoes because that's one of her favorite fruits. I have no recollection of this.
You don't?
Nope. And
see, I told you that the drug they give you is the medical version of the roofie, whatever it's called. So you actually forget it. It's not to knock you out, it's just to make you to forget the whole experience. Because I've had similar, and I was on that drug, and the assistant came out and was like, so, I can't remember how it went now, but I was like, did the doctor tell you this? And I went, I think he told me in there, but I'm not sure. And he's like, I wish they wouldn't tell you important stuff in the procedure room, because you forget it. So she had to repeat everything that was said to me.
Yeah, they told my sister everything important, because I was way gone.
Yeah. Yeah, the idea is to make you forget. Oh yeah, for subs, there's a sub channel on the Discord board. I will rename it to something suitable, and you get access to Cheeky's Palace.
Nice.
If you're a sub. I should think up of some perks for subs, other than the usual Twitch stuff that you get. I should think up of stuff, but I don't know what to do. So I am taking suggestions for perks. But at the moment, you get an extra text board and VoIP channel. But I don't know what else to put. I know some streamers they'll restrict like servers to subs and do playthroughs with subs only and stuff. I don't want to do stuff like that because I don't want to exclude non-subs. It probably just needs to update then, so it takes like an hour for Discord to check the stats unless I force it to. So by tomorrow you should be able to. Yeah, because it still thinks I've only got 2. I'll refresh it. Yeah, it takes what Wolf said, it takes about an hour to do its updating. Yeah. Last sync today at 11 in the morning. And I've told it to force it, but it's not doing it. So it should happen eventually. Domino cheer 10 bits. Just 7 once rather give you cheers. Aw, thank you. Yeah, the sub thingy's a bit strict, but I'm not worried. I wasn't expecting anyone to sub at all. Wasn't expecting anyone to sub at all, but thank you guys. It's very kind of you all. But yes, I heard stories of you being completely out of it, Cadenzra. Apparently it was very funny, but then you went to sleep, which was rather rude, because you should have stayed awake and made more funny stuff.
I could not keep my eyes open. Apparently I kept trying to fall back asleep in the recovery room. Like, I was kind of on my side, and I kept leaning back over, and apparently the nurse kept telling me I had to stay awake. And one of my first memories is waking up and seeing the lights in the recovery room and then drinking apple juice. I don't even know like where the apple juice came from. All of a sudden I was just drinking it.
See, the stuff they gave me, I can actually remember my procedure. They didn't give it to me very strong. It didn't really work properly. But maybe it's because I've just been on so many drugs in my life, as in prescription medical drugs, that it just now none of it affects me.
Because right before they had the thing in my mouth, like they put a thing in there that has a hole in it for the endoscope to go down. So they put that in my mouth, and then they said, okay, time to get sleepy. And I've never been high before, but I guess I can relate it to being really, really drunk. And then I actually said, what the fuck, around the thing that they had in my mouth. And then 2 seconds later, I was out. And the next thing I knew, I was waking up in the recovery room. That stuff, I was flying.
It's good, isn't it?
Off my tits, as you would say.
Yes. Yeah,
I felt really, really sick right before I went to sleep, though. It was like the feeling of being really, really high and then nauseous, and then I was in the recovery room.
Oh, talking about being nauseous. When I went for one of my surgeries, I had the cannula in my hand where they put the drugs in. And she started putting the anesthetic in my hand. And I thought, I started feeling nauseous, so I turned to her and said, I'm starting to feel quite sick. And she's like, no, you don't. And I was just about to argue, like, how do you know if I feel sick or not? And I just took a breath and I was out. So I couldn't argue it. I was just like, I feel sick. No, you don't. But I was like, how?
That's kind of how I would have been. I did feel a little bit ill after eating some of the leftover KFC yesterday, probably because I'd had a camera in my stomach and I should have been eating light foods, but that's my own fault.
Wait, you had KFC without me?
Sorry.
It's alright. I think I ate enough junk food on holiday to last me a lifetime, says the guy with the pizza on his lap. There was a copious... They do mint Ben & Jerry's in America. They don't do it in England, so I had to make the most of it.
Yep.
It took me ages to eat one top, though.
You mean like 10 minutes? You inhaled that stuff, man.
I eat quick, what can I say?
You do. Like, I would be having a sandwich, and I'd be maybe halfway or 3/4 through mine, and I look over, and there's just nothing but debris left from
I would have been finished
carnage.
for half an hour.
Yeah.
You ordered Asian? Asian mail order bride? Was she good?
Daddy.
What? These are legitimate questions. Oh, it was fun. I had a great time. Didn't spend... Well, actually... Yeah, no, I spent most of my money. Still got some left. Actually, I'm going to have a look. How much money have I got left on my...
Yes.
Card. My holiday card. Because the good thing about my holiday card, I can't show it on stream because sensitive information. But... good thing about my holiday card is it lasts 4 years, I think. And then they just send a new one anyway.
Nice.
So the money that's left on there is on there for when I come back next. And I can top it up, obviously.
If you are able to come around December, I know it's very tentative right now, but we can go to like all these Christmas events. And we just hope that we don't get like snowed in, because that kind of sucks.
Snowed in?
Snowed in.
What's it snowed in?
You're talking about the Undertale town?
Yes.
Well, we can get cinnamon bunnies. Actually, it's really, really great because it won't be so hot and we can actually bake some really nice stuff. And there won't be as many trips, but there is some cool stuff to go to and lots of Christmas lights and It's just a really nice atmosphere around Christmas, or whichever holiday you choose to celebrate around that time of year.
Trying to think. Oh, that's the petrol money. Aha. I was just looking at my last transaction. I was trying to think what I spent $15 on, but it was petrol money.
Oh yeah, to get you to JFK.
But yeah, I got 100 and... I've lost it. Where's the money? $198 on that card left.
Cool.
I can top it up. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to go back at Christmas. The trouble would be is I wouldn't have as much spending money as I had this time round. So it would be more of a hangout and do free stuff holiday rather than an actual sightseeing, do lots of stuff holiday.
That would be fine.
So just so you guys know.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't during Christmas there are things to go do and see, but we have to take into account the weather and how freezing cold it's going to be at any event
You mean
we want
slightly
to go to.
nippy? That time we went for that walk the first time when it was snowing and everybody's like, no, we need to turn around and go back at the reservoir. That wasn't even cold. Just saying. Oh, and the snowball fight was fun.
Yeah.
That would be a cool thing to do, is another snowball fight. But yeah, I'll remind me tomorrow. We'll have a talk tomorrow and I'll have a look, see if I can, what I can pull off, what days I could go and if it'll be suitable for you guys. Because I know Christmas and retail is a thing.
Work in a toy store or an electronic goods store.
Yeah, but I know what retail is like in supermarkets because you get it here. Oh, the stores are shut for 2 days. We need to buy everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, really? It's shut for 2... Actually, it's shut for 1 day because they now open on Boxing Day, which is the 26th, day after Christmas. So shops are actually shut for Christmas Day and they still got to buy everything. So, but what was I going to say? I mean, I had a quick look. I could leave on Christmas Eve and arrive at Christmas Eve and leave for New Year's Eve, and it's like £600. £500. I think it was £500 in the peasant seats. Which is a fraction of what it cost me last time.
Yeah, wasn't my sister looking at if you came through Bradley, but you'd have to lay over in Dublin or something, and it was a lot cheaper.
Yes, I mean, I said so because I'm trying to stick with the same airline to build up my loyalty points. Because one more flight with BA and I get upgraded on their executive club if I do it before April, and then that way, then I get I'm able to then go in their lounges when I'm waiting at the airport, which is slightly more comfortable to be in.
Yeah.
So I go to a VIP lounge and I'll have charging points and stuff and. Alright, you still have expensive food to buy, but, it's slightly more... And it's quiet. It's away from the hustle and bustle. And then I also get priority boarding. So if there's a day where I want to get on the plane quicker, then I can also go in before they board. Because the way they do it, they board first class, then they board second class. They board first class, then they board business class. And then they go in, they board the executive club members in order of gold, silver, bronze. And then they board everybody else. So if I was bronze, I'd then be able to board with the bronze before everybody else, and then I can just get on there, get my stuff stowed, and then just start to relax kind of sooner. Like if I just want to get on the plane kind of thing. But I'll look into it. I'll have because I also would like to try and fly out from a different airport if possible, which is actually closer to me and it'll be easier to get to. But I don't know if BA fly out of there and stuff. And obviously, if I can get to a closer airport, like in Boston.
Yeah,
go on.
In Boston or Bradley, which is in Connecticut, but it's an hour and a half. It would be way closer than JFK and really easy drive.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously went to Connecticut and that wasn't a bad drive at all, so...
Yeah, and that's actually, I can't remember if Bradley's closer than Hartford to us.
Well, we'll talk about it tomorrow, and we'll look into all the different options and see what we can scrounge up.
Alrighty.
But yeah, I think I'm going to head off now anyway, because I want to eat my pizza because it's now cold.
Oh.
It's okay. I just didn't want to eat too much on stream because it just means stuffing my face full of pizza. But thank you for joining me this evening, and thank you for helping me fill in all the gaps.
Yeah, hopefully I didn't over talk or something.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I don't like my voice.
It's fine. Women. Terrible, aren't they? Can't live with them, can't live without them.
Scotty.
Yes?
Go eat your pizza.
Just remember, if I'm mean to you, it means you're my best friend.
True.
Just worry when I'm nice to you. Actually, that is true for me, because if I'm like being really nice and polite, it's because you're pissing me off. I get very polite when angry. So if I'm being mean to you, it's fine. It's
but
fine.
you're a gentleman for half of your trip. What am I supposed to think?
That's because I'm just trying to be a good guest. And it's
True.
I am a gentleman. At least I try to be.
Yeah.
I could be a mean gentleman. How come Condenser isn't a mod? Who says she isn't?
Aw, thanks, Kevin. I don't think I'm strict enough, or like, I don't know. Like, I know Ragnar's a really good mod. He will like ban people and enforce the rules.
He has done, actually. He has banned a couple of people. Actual legitimate bans, not just banning Toad. He's actually had to ban people.
Yeah.
So basically what Kevin's after, he's after a mod that he can sort of bribe and... friendly and helpful. Kids isn't friendly, she's mean to me all the time. But helpful.
Doesn't mean that... Yeah, doesn't it mean that she's she's really good friends with you?
I don't know what a mean Canadian means.
Huh. I did not know that.
What, a mean Canadian? Oh.
Scotty, before you go, you saw elk.
Yes.
Which are distant cousins of moose.
Yeah, I did. I saw an elk. I wanted to get a photo, but they were like right in the corner and I couldn't get a good vantage point. I could see them, but when I got the camera out and tried to do it, like the fence and stuff was in the way. But I did see an elk.
I think he went to bed.
He's probably jet lagged. He's like 2 hours ahead of me, so he's probably had more jet lag than I did. And he had a 12-hour shift like the next day, whereas I only had an 8-hour shift. I mean, I was jet lagged up until today, and I woke up at 6 p.m. I'm regretting it! Jet lag is... I don't get jet lagged going there. I don't know if people do get jet lagged going both ways, but...
Oh yeah, you were like pretty much fine the next day. You slept a little bit and you were getting under the weather, but you're pretty good.
Yeah, it's just probably... Yeah, but I was shoved on a plane with just like everybody and they're breathing all their germs and stuff. But I don't tend to get it there because I find that my sleeping pattern on a day off in England is actually kind of USA friendly. I get up late in the afternoon and sleep late at night, so it's kind of USA friendly. But yeah, coming back, it messes with me something terrible. I mean, like, I worked... at work, I get a morning break at 10 o'clock, and I looked at the clock, and it's like, oh, it's 10 o'clock. That was technically 5 a.m. for me. I should have still been in bed. At lunchtime, I should have still been in bed. It was 12:30, that's what, 8? 7? 7:30?
Yeah.
So I would have still been in bed at lunchtime. And yet that I was halfway through my day at work. So yeah, I'm not a fan of jet lag. But still, the holiday was definitely worth it.
I had lots of fun.
Good. I'm glad. And you got to meet Albert.
Yeah. I got to hug him and hold him too.
Indeed you did.
Well, I'm looking forward to you putting your stuff up on Instagram. I'm guessing you're
Yeah,
going to try to start that tomorrow.
I will get round to it. I'm not fobbing it off. It's just, it is a pain in the arse. It took me a couple hours just to do the first batch. That was only a handful of photos.
Yeah.
I reckon next time we drive to Alaska. It's only what? 2-day trip? We do daylight savings.
Yeah,
We do
would
it differently to you though.
Yeah, I think you do it earlier and later.
No, it's earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we always do it before you. Albert, why is your name orange? Or is that brown? It should be like brown. Looks orange.
Yeah, I think we should probably try Maine instead of Alaska for moose, or actually drive up to Moose Alley.
Yeah. Well, as I said, I don't want to put you guys out. It's a long drive. But it would be cool to see a moose.
We'll see.
Bench is still on cooldown. Anyway, yeah, I am going to go because this pizza is getting cold.
Alright, I'm going to log off Discord then.
But yeah, thank you again for your company. And thanks once again to you and family for the holiday. It was awesome. And my monitors have just turned
Yeah,
off.
you're welcome back anytime.
Am I? I'll be back next week then.
If you really wanted to.
And I'm not going home. But yeah,
You're going to
thank you
say try
again.
to get your passport?
Yeah, sorry, the cat ate my passport. What I'll do is just, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to get them to eat it.
Well, it doesn't actually have to eat it. You could just tear it up.
Oh. Well, I thought if it, he actually ate it, it'd be more believable.
Just get a few bite marks out of it.
Ramsey's mod. But the power would go to his head. Right, I am going to go. Right, so guys, thank you very much for the company this evening. I hope you enjoyed it. My first IRL stream. I've actually had fun talking about my holiday. However, it was more fun actually doing it. Cadenzra and family were absolutely awesome hosts. So thank you once again. And thank you guys to everyone that subbed this evening. Absolutely mind blown. I was never expecting anyone to sub. But there we are, I've got a few already. So guys, thank you for that. I will come up with a few perks to reward you for your support. I don't know what, but I'm open to suggestions. I have ordered some emotes. I've got one for each of the 3 tiers. As soon as they're done, they will be uploaded. And you guys will get to see them. I hope you do like them. I've got a feeling Kevin will like one in particular. But yeah, thank you guys for that. Thank you for the bits as well. And the hosts earlier on. It's all greatly appreciated. And the company. The company is definitely best. But good night. I will be back. I don't know. I've provisionally booked the first stream as Monday. That just gives me the weekend to just relax. I'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. If I'm feeling up for a stream tomorrow, I'll probably do something random rather than an actual scheduled game. But we'll see how I feel as I'm still trying to get over the jet lag and stuff. But we'll see how it goes. But Monday will be the first proper stream. And it'll be Stellaris starting 8 PM BST, British Summer Time. But it is good night from me, guys. Thank you once again, and I will see you all soon.
Night, Walla.
Good night.